See, when the story hit the news and I didn't get to see it, I'm assuming one of the broads got fired for something stupid.
I figured it was a guy like maybe peeping through the dressing rooms or some, behind the scenes guy.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was one of the guys actually on the show.
He was showing them old white women his jammy walking.
Really?
He was showing his junk?
He had a problem flashing people. That's what they wrote in there.
A problem.
He had a problem flashing people on the set, and it,
oh my God! You finally make it. You're on a hit show like Desperate Housewives, and you get fired for flashing.
And then they put his character, this creepy murderer who was kept locked away in the basement.
Yeah,
was fired last week for a problem flashing people on the set.
Well, that's too bad.
And the role is being recast. They just gonna replace him.
Recast him.
They're gonna replace him like what's his name? Who's the quarterback, Philly?
McNabb.
Oh, yeah.
Like replacing like McNabb's mother on those chunky commercials.
I didn't know where you were going with
Black people just have two mamas too. They're replacing niggas.
I had no idea where you were going with that. All right. And they'll make believe that it's the same guy, They won't even acknowledge that the character looks completely different. I love that about TV.
Yeah, I love that first episode where they walk in, everyone's just calling him by the name that everyone was familiar with the other guy. You're not asking him why his fucking nose looks different or his eyes or his hair or something.
The best one of those is the Brady Bunch reunions. When Jan decided she didn't want any part of that, so they bring a new Jan out.
Yeah.
And she acts like she did all the shows.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Jan, remember that time you forgot your glasses? It's like, no.
And you're looking on your couch going, you're not Jan. You didn't do any of the shows.
That wasn't her.
You don't remember shit.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Did you just imagine? How can you possibly be secure in this business?
No.
You just can't feel comfortable ever.
Well, the ultimate was obviously Darren Stevens from Bewitched. That guy left. He was the star of the fucking show. There was Darren and Samantha. That was it. And then he leaves, and they just brought another guy in.
And how do you negotiate that? Like, how do you negotiate? Like, how can you feel like you can negotiate? Like, when you go, okay, I want more money, I'm out of here. And they go, we replaced Darren.
Darren was replaced. We didn't blink. The people didn't bat an eye. The show went on for years after that.
And no one cared.
No one cared. Oh. No one cared. As long as she was twitching her nose and they were turning some fucking...
I thought the chunky soup lady was his real mother. I thought it was his mama. And they got some new chick that looked like Tess. Tess Drake from Last Conversation.
I thought that was his real mama.
I thought that was his real mama. I was like, wow, that's cool. They put his real mama in.
She got some acting chops, that woman. She's really making me feel like she wants him to have some soup right then and there.
So there you go. The guy got fired from Desperate Housewives.
Oh,
yeah, for flashing.
And they're replacing the role.
And they're just replacing. They're just gonna bring a new guy in. They're gonna just
good luck.
Just hose down the set and bring in a new one.
Good luck, bro.
And here in New York City, Mayor Bloomberg was reelected in a landslide.
Yes, he was. 20 points.
And the cover of the New York Post has him in a gorilla suit, basically. His head. Well, I guess his head photoshopped on a gorilla.
On King Kong. It's a King Mike.
It says King Mike, the front page. Photoshopping is all the rage these days on the Internet.
Yeah.
You would think the New York Post could Photoshop this a little better.
A little better, yeah.
They just popped his head on King Kong and called it a day.
Yeah, that's a little weak.
And put it all on his chest. Like, you can see the entire shoulders and his face is on the chest almost.
Yeah, it's not even like on where his head would be.
No.
They didn't want to cover up new entirely in the New York Post.
Oh, is that why you think?
His head is poking into the actual headline there.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool because he does everything like billionaire style anyway, so it's like, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Give him a little cheap, whatever.
Look at the crowd running away underneath, and you can see they put Farrar down there also. Running away from King Mike.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. Just like I told Ben yesterday.
Did anyone think it
Ben
was
actually came
close?
On the air yesterday and was panicking. He's like, no, you still got to vote because now they're scared that it's such a runaway that...
people are going to stay home thinking, he can win without my vote.
Yeah, no, but that works both ways. Don't you think the people that were supporting Ferrer said, this is not it. We don't even have a shot. Might as well
just stay home. We don't have a chance. Nah, I think anybody that voted for him was pretty hardcore fan of his that was going out and vote. As far as Bloomberg goes, they thought he was going to win by about 30 points. He won by 20. So, a few people did stay home.
Is that big?
That's a landslide.
That's pretty big.
You know, I gotta ask my political numbers. I don't.
Is that big? Yeah, that's big.
That's huge. 20% is humongous.
20% is pretty big.
How many millions of people that represent?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think about 1,200 people voted. So
that's it, huh?
I don't know. It's pretty big. Let's say hi to Chris in Michigan. Chris?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, replacing characters. Roseanne, they had one of the daughters. She wasn't all that hot, and then they replaced her with the hot one. And they brought back the ugly bitch.
Well, she had the original blonde daughter, and then they switched her out, and she's the chick that's on Scrubs now.
Yeah, the hot one, yeah.
Yeah, the one from Scrubs, and she was the daughter for a while, and then they brought the old one back. I guess she figured she wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Came back, and they actually acknowledged that on the show. They made a couple of little jokes about how she looked different, was doing her hair different, which was kind of funny, you know? When they do actually acknowledge the fact that that's a different fucking person entirely, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, right on. All right. And also in that other race, do we even care? We had our fun, but does it matter that
Corzine and Forrester?
That Corzine won?
Corzine won by about 10 points, a little more than they thought it was going to be. They thought it was going to be a closer race. And, they had their concession speech. You know, Forrester got out there and said everybody's got to, not so much get behind Corzine, but support New Jersey. They're, big Jersey guys.
Was there a big, I want to congratulate my opponent and all that?
Yeah, they had the...
all that nice stuff after
Forrester
all those
concession speech.
Brutal commercials.
After dragging Corzine's ex-wife onto one of his commercials and saying how he let down his family and don't let him let down New Jersey. I mean, just scumbags.
Do you think for the people... that politics has to be so political? Like, just for the average person, that it has to be so corny and so... Like, why can't he just go, look, man, vote for me, like, because I'm Puerto Rican. Like, he couldn't get out there and just go, look, this guy got a lot of money and I'm Puerto Rican, help.
It's got to be... Well, Ferrer got out there and he was saying, there are two New Yorks and we must address both of them, not just the wealthy, like trying to bash Bloomberg that he's got all the money in the world and he's... not paying attention to the lower class or even the middle class. And Farrar's whole platform was he'll unite all of New York. Bloomberg's done fine. It's not like he's really neglecting the poor in favor of the rich. The guy's got more money than God.
He bought Magic Johnson.
He does, yeah.
And you can see Magic had nothing. He just was bought. Magic was
like, I love this guy.
People said I would never have a theater in Harlem. And now I do.
Thank you, Mike Bloomberg.
Starbucks I own. All right now.
Yeah.
He bought Magic. He had everybody down with him. How could Pharrell win?
He did.
He had the most beloved mayor the city has ever had, which is that dumb Koch there.
Yep.
He's loved. He's still loved.
Oh, yeah. People love him.
He had your boy down with him, Magic. He had all the unions down with him, firemen, police.
And Bloomberg was able to go uptown and talk to people without, people going bullshit on him. They actually were putting signs up for him in their stores.
Talking about conspiracy, just clear my mind, fellas.
All right, I know. I love how Patrice has some certain conspiracies.
The black mind has to clear up conspiracies.
Of course.
I was watching this thing, people said a lot of the support came from his response to the new terror threats in the subway.
Oh,
okay.
Really?
You see where the black mind is going in a minute. Do you think that Mr. Billionaire might have scuffed him up a little bit, might have had a little something so he can kind of it comes out to be a false alarm?
Right.
Well, we were very suspicious when all that went down about a month and a half ago.
Let me tell you, I don't think that has to go over racial lines.
That's a lot to do with his how people feel. They felt like this guy...
The city was in a complete panic thinking there was going to be a subway bombing or something, and then it turned out to be absolutely nothing.
And he comes forward and puts the police out there and says, we're not going to cave in. And the ACLU comes in about the bag searches, and he comes up looking very strong, saying, screw you, man, we're searching, it's safer this way. Kind of looks powerful. People like that.
Could that possibly be what I'm saying it is?
I'm with you a little bit.
It could. The only problem with a conspiracy theory is the conspiracy... in essence, its whole basis of being conspiracy is that you must conspire with other people. There's the weakness of the conspiracy, is the fact that there's other people involved that all of a sudden can open their yaps.
You don't think Magic could have mustered up?
Magic? You think Magic could shut up as long as he's being able to open up theaters?
Messages at the Magic Theater?
Someone splicing in a frame of fucking Bloomberg
during Doom. It's like support Bloomberg. Huh? What did the Rock just say?
I gotta go vote and get some popcorn. Feeling like
is it not possible?
I think it's possible.
I think it's absolutely possible.
Is it insane that could happen?
I think, though, some of the biggest conspiracies are so impossible because too many people are involved and they wouldn't shut their yaps.
And somebody would have talked.
Yeah,
we all like to talk.
I think the stories that come out where someone tries something and like 5 people come forward and go, this motherfucker just asked me to do this, or this motherfucker, he's a lying sack of shit. Those are...
So you think Lee Harvey Oswald did it?
Yeah. Yeah, I as far as the Kennedy assassination goes...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God you said it.
Hell no.
With the magic bullet? With the whole... with Kevin Costner's movie? Come on.
That Kevin Costner movie is fact, my brother.
They did it.
I watched an episode.
They did it to us.
I watched an episode of Cops just the other night where some guy is in the driver's seat of his car. Some teen, he's like 13 years old, involved in some gang shit. And the cop, after they were trying to take him out of the seat, he goes over to one of the detectives and goes, "There's a bullet right here on him. Don't lose it." It had come through his shirt, and it was just laying on his shirt. So they had to pick that up. It's evidence and everything. And then the cop showed where the bullet went. He goes, "You look here, there's a hole in the license plate, in the rear license plate." He goes, "It went here, through the trunk." He opens up, through the back seat, hit the back of the guy's front seat, went through his shoulder, and came out like his other side and left the bullet there, which they showed in pristine condition. And I'm like, this is just some 13-year-old fucking gangbanger. No one's setting up a conspiracy. Sometimes this shit just happens. Like in a tornado, you ever see the cigarette through the windshield of a car when someone gets in a head-on, or the 2x4 perfectly through a telephone pole?
Here's the big difference.
Yeah.
That's what they say, but I believe what I see. That whole thing of believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. I believe what I see, I believe. It's like back and to the left. They can't, if they had did it to the little black dude, back and to the left, or license plate through the chest. Right. But the fact is, they show his brains getting blown out from the back and him going forwards. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they show the conspiracy happening. That's the only problem. If I never saw that Oliver Stone movie, I go, Lee Harvey was just good, or whatever the case may be. But then they get into the rifle, like 2.8 seconds, and then the fastest guy in the world, they got to try to cock that rifle. I had egg on the thing.
But I've seen it.
Cock that rifle and then shoot it twice at perfect range. With that rifle is almost impossible. That's the whole thing.
I've seen people do it. Like, they've also shown people that have done it on certain shows. It's one of those things, no one's ever going to fucking know. What are they supposed to open up more Kennedy shit?
You believe Lee Harvey Oswald did it? You believe it in your balls that he did it?
I've seen nothing else to the contrary, really. No evidence, no real proof.
White guy, man. You really are a white guy, man.
I'm actually surprised, too.
I need something I can wrap my hands around.
Don't get my brother to call this show. He's an expert on this stuff.
I know he is.
I've studied this to this day.
I absolutely have sat and talked to him about it.
They covered it up nice, and now all the info that is available is all watered down with all the creeps out there.
But another cover-up? How many people?
But it was like 20 people that came forward, and they all mysteriously disappeared. They all mysteriously have AIDS or whatever they got.
Getting run over by... getting thrown out of cars. And
AIDS in the 60s, they got it.
They had AIDS in the 60s. The blob got them. They're all... How can you not believe that, Anthony? Just on a... Okay, let's say, we just being hypothetical to the highest level.
Am I saying
you believe that he did that?
There's not some possibility that something could be fishy, all right, I'll give you that.
The grassy knoll,
but
that means nothing to you.
Means nothing. You know, so, we saw a puff of smoke. We saw a puff of smoke. Everyone was... There were 5-year-olds smoking cigarettes back then. Could have just been someone puffing out a cigarette. Everyone smoked back then.
I think the Mafia was so powerful back then they had him killed.
The Mafia was very powerful back then.
I didn't believe the Mafia knocked him off.
Well, what about why wouldn't Oswald, a communist, have some problem with Kennedy and want him just shoot him?
I think they just got him involved.
That good old word Patsy? You don't believe none of that either.
I'm not buying.
They just got him involved.
This motherfucker, how stupid
and why is the Mafia guy
to be?
killing Oswald?
Why is the Mafia guy shooting him?
Could you just sit up here with a fucking rifle? Don't shoot the president, but just kind of hang out up here with the rifle while we drive past.
He might have been involved, but he was the patsy. He was like, okay, Lee, we're gonna do this.
And why didn't he take the shot as the car's coming right at him, Anthony?
Because everyone's looking at you.
He waits for him to make that left turn.
You know why? And I've noticed.
And then shoots through a tree.
Because everyone's fucking looking right at you when you're shooting as they're coming at you. Every eye in the motorcade is staring at that building, and if you pop up with a rifle, they could jump all over this motherfucker. You never get a shot. Why not take it when no one's looking?
Let me tell you why.
Going to jump on this guy. He found a great spot.
I'm going to tell you why.
I don't mean jump on him. Jump on the president. Jump on, now all the eyes are facing forward. All you got to do is look up at that window and see a gun and a guy. It's over, Johnny. He takes the little turn. You get him while he's turning, right after he turns. Now everyone's looking. You're not even in anyone's point of view.
Did you pay attention to Donald Sutherland's scene in that movie?
I paid attention.
That's why I believe in it.
The Donald Sutherland scene.
Outside the Lincoln Memorial.
Donald Sutherland's scene is why I believe it was a conspiracy.
That's right.
I don't care. I have never read a thing about that goddamn thing. I said, some cracker killed another cracker. But when I saw Donald Sutherland's scene in that movie, I said, God damn, it happened.
It's scary that you're getting all your info from movies.
Oliver Stone movie, too.
The Terminator's real too, baby.
Well, let's I don't know. Let's move on. We could argue that all day long. Eric in Colorado. What's up?
Hey, boys, talking about the election results. How did Bernie do yesterday?
Yeah, how did Bernie Getz do? That's the only reason he doesn't do our show anymore.
Bernie was running for mayor, and then he was running for some other office when he realized that mayor was futile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he started wanting to run for... Ben, any idea what else he was running for?
I tried
Comptroller? I don't know what he was running for.
I've been trying to get a hold of Bernie for the last couple of weeks to get him on with the campaign. All he says is...
He's either inventing stuff or he's running for an office.
Yeah. He's still pissed at Opie about the CD thing.
You ruined it with Bernie.
Yeah, but what a highlight.
It certainly was.
It could be the best bit since coming to satellite radio. We'll see what the listeners
getting that lunatic Bernie gets all upset.
I don't know. You don't see him in any of the newspaper results or anything.
No.
BernieForMayor.com was his website.
Well, why don't you email him and ask him how he did?
He didn't respond yesterday.
Did he phone in a concession speech?
I'll email him again.
A rambling concession speech about vegetarianism and squirrels? Fucking lunatic.
Last time he emailed me was a couple weeks ago. He said he would never do the show again.
Soy milk.
Yeah.
If children would just be vegetarians in school and drink soy milk, there would be no violence in school. That's what Bernie Getz says. That's how nutty.
It sucks that he's never going to do our show again, but what a way to go out.
Yeah, certainly was.
We were all convinced he was going for a gun. That's a great last appearance for somebody.
He's got a Photoshop thing on his website, though, of him like in an XM studio, if you go to BernieForMayor.com.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but he just doesn't want to come back here. Remember, he did come on the phone once after that. Briefly, we had him on the phone for a couple minutes, and that was the end.
That was it for Bernie. Dan, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Assalamu alaikum, Patrice.
Alaikum assalam.
Thank you. There's a show, I know, that without getting into too much detail, on the Discovery Channel. They recreated the bullet, one shot, making torsos with forensic jelly. They caused 7 injuries with one bullet.
In Australia, right?
Yes.
I saw that. I didn't believe it.
Oh, come on. It was great.
It was fantastic, but it was perfect conditions. They put a brick here and a piece of steel there to make it happen. I saw that. It was great. But I still just don't believe a person could have did it with even the luckiest of luck and the skill of skill. I just think Donald Sutherland was right still.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland. I just believe it happened, man. It was a conspiracy.
That's great. Let's go to Mike in Massachusetts. Mike.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Hey, your old pal Charlie Menino, 4th term coming up.
Yeah, Mayor Menino was reelected again.
Damn.
Another landslide victory for
that motherfucker.
Mayor Menino in Boston.
Babies.
He is
4 terms.
Has he beat Kevin White yet?
Of fucking mayors.
Did he beat Kevin White yet?
Can you play that going into break? Can you play that clip where he goes, the beyond, the bond?
The beyond, where he's reading the stories to the children at school?
Yeah.
This mumble mouth fuck is just holding the office like a pope.
Are you
till he dies?
Are you a Menino fan there, Patrice? You're from Boston, right?
Yeah, I'm not a political fan of anybody's, but no. I just know the names. I know Kevin White was in office forever.
Yeah.
And then Menino, Ray Flynn. Oh, damn, that's how old I am, because I remember Kevin White, then Ray Flynn for a while.
Flynn.
And Menino has been going, he's
holding it.
Yeah, he's been around.
And just the corruption
up there. Yeah, you guys ran out of the goddamn Boston, right?
And, he ran us out.
He ran us out.
That guy ran us out of Boston.
And he's not even a Bloomberg type of mayor. He's like just he's a goofy fat dude, man.
He really is.
When we got in trouble for the mayor's prank, when we were doing Boston radio, all of a sudden, like, state troopers and stuff are following us around. It was creepy, man.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around.
It was freaking creepy for a while.
Boston is what they call draconian, man. They do not F around, man.
It could be the paranoia in my head, but it got a little creepy.
There's no paranoia. There's no paranoia.
Why is the state trooper kind of close to my house all of a sudden?
They don't have to pay attention to rules like the rest of the country does. Like, there's those southern states where there's the cops behind the big billboard, and they'll come out and crack your headlight. Hey, boy, you in a heap of trouble, boy, and bring you in. Put you in jail, no phone calls, no nothing till the judge comes and you got to pay the money. It's that stereotypical thing, and you wonder, how could this happen? Why don't you just call the FBI or some of it? Boston, same way.
It's a southern city, man. It's a
southern city in the north. There's corruption, there's nepotism. All the cops kind of all are involved in things.
Well, that's why. Remember
the big dig.
Remember the big bus
all the
thing
money
years ago? The racial bus thing they had. The bus. It was all because it's like that school that they was trying to bust those black kids into years ago. It's because it was a school that was teaching kids how to pass the civil service exam. That's why it was nothing but mix as cops over there. That's why they said, wait a minute. You're taking our jobs when you bust these niggas in.
Yep.
It's like, because it's the McFarley, McThis, McThat, and O'Doodle. That's all the police. So it's like, we don't need extra dudes to come in here because that means you're going to pass.
Right, yes.
It's a crazy town, dude. I'm telling you. And I lived in Roxbury, and Roxbury's surrounded by, it's like the black areas are surrounded by the outskirts of the city.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weird town, dude.
It really is. And everything it's all about some politician getting some money put in his pockets from some fucking project. Or the Mass Pike up there was, they said, once the fucking thing's paid for, the tolls will be gone. That thing's been paid for like 10 times over. The tolls are still there. Because they're greasing the friggin' politicians.
Yeah, but that happens in every city.
Yeah.
At least in Boston, the toll plazas, and when they start getting backed up, they'll just let you through.
Really?
I've been through that a bunch of times.
I've never seen that happen.
During holidays and stuff, if the toll plaza is backing up too much, they will just start waving people through.
I bet they keep that Easy Pass on, though.
I don't know.
For the people that are using that.
This is going back years.
A long time. I've never seen that ever happen.
Someone backed me up from Boston.
Connecticut did it. Remember all the little fucking 30-cent tolls and 10-cent tolls on 95 all through Connecticut?
Yeah.
Gone,
years ago. But years ago, trying to drive through Connecticut, what a pain in the ass. Oh, Greenwich, a dime. Click. That was worth the friggin' half hour sitting in traffic.
You do the Mass Pike to what? To come back to New York? What's the
91?
91? Yeah.
So you go 80. The Mass Pike to 84 to 91.
All right. So the toll plaza hitting 84, they will open it up during holidays.
I've never
seen it.
Someone will definitely back me up on this.
Never ever. I've been up there a million times.
I can't imagine that.
By the way, I found the clip of the fine mayor of Boston.
Mayor telling his bedtime stories.
Everyone could have fun with this because we call him Mumbles Menino. The guy can't talk, and this is the clip that guy just requested.
Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night.
Dear Farmer Brown, the Beyond.
That's the mayor of Boston.
He was just saying like biatch. The Beyond biatch.
Who's going up against him? I can beat him. I'm going. You know what? I'm going to run for office.
You're going to give it a whirl up there?
Give it a whirl.
Here's another.
Good luck,
if I can stay alive.
Yeah.
Here's another clip.
But I also say, anyone who does this work, it's not for money. I don't do it for money. Let me tell you that much. No, I see my friends and what they're doing in life. I say, my God. I grew up in the streets of Hyde Park. My father worked in a factory, so I wasn't born with a golden spoon.
But that's why he keeps winning, man. People, they just love the people who vote. Just love that shit. They love that I'm a working man horse manure. You know what I mean? It's just horse shit, man.
They just, but you know, silver spoon in his mouth was supposed to be the line. You know who could win up there? Rich Voss. Let him talk. The people will be like, this guy is a bumbling idiot.
But see, here's the problem with Rich. He won't admit that he's an idiot. Like he fights being an idiot to the end. He accepts being an idiot. Like I'm an idiot.
Big buffoon.
I'm stupid.
Let's vote for the big dumb guy.
Yeah, he's just dumb, but he got our best interests at heart if he's stupid. Yeah. Okay.
All right, someone's gonna back me up here. Adam, what's up, Adam?
Hey man, I want to back you up, Opie. I got picked up on the Mass Pike. I got the 4th of July. They just went right through.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes they open up the tolls when the traffic is backing up way too much.
Dude, it was backed up like it was backed up miles.
Right. And then all of a sudden you get to the toll plaza and there's someone in there just waving you through. Just trying to clear it up. I swear.
Oh, well, bless their souls.
We got more Mumbles Menino clips here, Anthony. These are new ones that we've never played, by the way.
Nice.
Let's listen to this one.
You elected me 3 times.
Now 4.
So you know, I am not a fancy talker. That's for sure.
He's getting big laughs for being
self-deprecating.
Self-deprecation. That's like that's classic hacky comedy right there.
Yeah.
Hey folks, my stomach. Oh, hey, all fat people. That means that's saying.
Let me move the mic so you can see me. That old gag.
I can't believe that works, man.
It does, even in politics.
Step it up, Boston. That's my hometown.
Big dig, for all intent and purposes, will be completed. There'll be some button-up of some of the pieces of it, but basically it'll be all done by next May. It will not interfere with the Democratic National Convention. And now if you're coming from western part of the state, say out in Newton, that area, you get into the city of Boston within 10 minutes now because of the tunnel that'll take you right downtown.
Great.
For all intended purposes.
Intended. For all the purposes that are in a tent.
I love saying that to my girl. Oh, I'm going to suck these for all intended purposes.
Listen what he says here.
Washington refused to learn from cities that when they cut these programs, people who can't find shelter end up homelessness.
Homelessness.
End up homelessness. People that can't find shelter end up homelessness.
Now this doesn't sound like sometimes. It's just no way that people are voting for this guy.
No.
Like, why he's talking like that?
Something's happening.
Conspiracy.
There's a conspiracy.
Do you believe in that?
How does this guy hold office for this long? When he can't even speak to his constituency.
You know, if that's somebody black, you have to make one mistake.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to tell you, folks, that I ain't playing around. Did you hear the nigga man say, ain't stupid? He's gone.
Listen to him.
For all intended purposes.
You know, I don't want my politicians to talk like gangsta rappers.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. This guy's just an idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the committee and I will reach some sort of a decision. If we have not reached a decision by then I will possibility of appointing an acting police commissioner.
I don't even know what he's saying anymore.
This is the mayor of Boston.
This can't happen, man.
Shouldn't there be a checklist, and the first one should be you should be able to speak well in public?
I bet you if you walked around Boston, no one said they voted for him.
Right.
Like, did you vote for Menino?
No,
I didn't.
Who voted for him? I don't know anybody.
Who voted for that? Who voted? Okay, the people who did vote. Why? Like, what is this? What is the charm behind this mumbling nonsense?
Let's say hi to Paul on Long Island.
Muttering.
Paul.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, also during rush hour, they let you fucking drive in the shoulders. Like in 95.
Yeah, they open up the shoulders and everything.
That's great.
They're all about trying to move the traffic along up there in Boston. I'm telling you.
Well, that's Connecticut, really.
All right, thank you, sir. Here's another clip from Mumbles Menino.
The reason we don't have porta parties this time, because of the large crowds, what's happened in the past, they knock them over and they use them as weapons, and they put it's a safety problem. So we have, we have several public toilets at City Hall, both in lower level and the entrance, and they could use those facilities also. There's a school department next door which has public facilities also, and so I think I'd rather err on the side of safety than accommodations.
They're using porta potties.
Porta potties.
The reason we don't have the porta potties is because they're knocking them over and using them as weapons. Have you ever seen anyone use a porta potty as a weapon? Yeah.
The Juggernaut? Oh shit! The Juggernaut's going to use the porta potty.
How is that even possible?
Can you imagine some type of terrorist threat in Boston, man? And Menino's the dude.
That you got to rally against? Rally behind?
The Arabs.
How do you get the guy that was, the mayor of Boston, when the planes fucking came from Logan, gets reelected? Like, how does that happen? I don't care whether he's responsible or not. People could call up and go, well, actually it was this, that. I'm just talking public opinion, the way things usually work. For politicians in charge, and you're in the city that got the fucking security just, yay, wave him through.
But he's a good person to have to take any heat off, because it's the pyramid thing.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, everybody above him can do whatever they want when we're sitting here talking about what a fool he is. But it's like, who's above this dude that's actually doing some white stuff?
Doing some white stuff.
We found a guy that voted for Mayor Menino. All right. He's a faithful listener of the program. It's Boston Strangler. All righty. Boston Strangler, what's up?
Not too much. I just want to tell you why I voted for Mumbles Menino. He had another opponent by the name of Mara Hennigan, and plain and simple, she was a fucking cunt.
Oh, they put a woman up against him?
Exactly.
Yeah, that ain't going to work up there, especially.
You're just trying to look like you're doing the right thing. You know you're going to lose the election, so, throw a woman.
Sully, I ain't voting for no fucking cunt.
And that's Boston.
Fuck her. Fuck her.
That's Boston.
All right, you guys suck.
That's it. Fucking voting booths up in Southie. You think they're pulling a handle for some bitch?
Fucking cunt. Fuck her. She should be at home cooking dinner and raising our fucking kids. Not running for fucking mayor.
Not.
That's it. They don't want no bitch in there.
But he never said why he voted for Menino. The reason he voted for Menino,
because he didn't want to vote for the chick.
He's a fucking cunt.
Fuck her.
So he goes to vote. Just don't vote.
Yeah, then how about don't vote?
Yeah, don't vote instead of voting for...
That was the only one voting for him?
Mumbles Menino.
Is either her or the
we had a conversation yesterday about, will there be a black president? Will there be a woman president?
Will
there be a Jewish president?
There'll be a Jew. There could be a Jew. Jews have white skin. It can possibly happen if he un-Jews himself.
That's what I was saying to Voss yesterday. I said it's not like Shlomo Rabinowitz is going to be the first Jewish president.
You see what Ferrer did? Ferrer tried to Caucasianify himself.
Yeah, un-Puerto Rican himself out.
Puerto Rican himself, and that's why the Puerto Ricans didn't like him.
Yeah.
He just un-Puerto Rican himself, but he kept that name Ferrer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
That's just like the Chinese Billy Chung and Peter Wong.
Peter Wong.
Peter Wong.
Your name ain't Peter. Shut up.
It's black presidents a long. Colin Powell may be able to.
That's what I said too.
I said yesterday.
Until he pulled that shit with Bush. Now he's done.
But the point I'm making, we had that whole discussion yesterday. The last state that's gonna hire a woman as mayor would be Boston.
No, you're not going to see that.
State, city, sorry. I know. Stop with your
fucking
feedback.
tits will get in the way when she's trying to sign a fucking bill.
But that's the last
Slow down the process. Fuck her.
So it's almost like it's a pride thing they call the mayor Mumbles Menino, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his nickname.
Mumbles, they call. Like, how could you be proud? You pulled the handle for Mumbles Menino.
Kooky Bloomberg. With Nutty Bloomy. It's like
that's who we voted
nobody does that.
Let's say hi.
Only Boston, man. Only fucking Boston.
Let's say hi to Ann in Minnesota. Ann?
Hey, boys.
Hey.
This is fucking painful. Do not play him anymore. I could have swore he said that they were tipping over firefighters and using them as weapons.
No, it was porta potties. They were tipping over firefighters.
Porta potties.
And using them as weapons. Some people actually were conducting combat with sanitation workers.
Yeah, we haven't done this bit in a while. We got a few more new ones to play. Here's another one. Mumbles Menino up there in Boston.
Together, we can beat prostate cancer.
Oh, my God. He didn't say prostrate cancer.
I think he said prospect.
He didn't say prospect.
He said prospect cancer.
That was prostrate.
Together, we can beat prostate cancer.
Oh, okay.
Prostrate.
And I bet you that was an actual commercial, so he could have taped that a few times.
You know how many people say...
And cut. Ready? Action. Together.
Yeah.
We can be prostate cancer.
Yeah, I want to hear the other outtake.
Cut.
If prostrate's the one they used.
You can't call him man. You fucking idiot.
Together, we could beat porcupine cancer. Fucking dolt.
Well, it's all about Boston all of a sudden. Let's say hi to Mike in Boston. Mike?
How's it guys going today?
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, the big problem with the women in Boston is Jane Twift ruined it for everyone up there.
Why? I don't know the story, sir.
Jane Twift was the governor before Mitt Romney had a kid and was out for like 3-4 months.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she got into office and then she ended up taking maternity leave. That's right.
Yeah, you can't.
That's a long time.
Right,
Hey,
okay.
Patrice, why don't you run for mayor of Boston?
Because I'll get shot in the face.
Yeah, that'll work.
You going to vote for me? Where am I go? Go to Southie and Newton?
Just be goofy.
Hey, I'm running for mayor. I got a mumble.
Let's say hi to...
Last bitch couldn't even hold a fucking job down. She had to go on maternity fucking leave. Stupid. Couldn't keep her fucking legs closed. She's got to get knocked up. Can't even finish the goddamn fucking job we voted her in for. Fuck her. Fuck her in a fucking cunt.
I'd rather vote for fucking Mumbles.
I'll vote for fucking Mumbles Menino before this whore who can't keep her fucking legs closed. Finish the fucking job, then open your fucking whore legs.
You think Boston would vote for a black person or a woman first?
That's a tough
black
one.
Man,
That's really a tough
black
one.
man or a woman man?
They love their racism
Any third
up there.
candidate you could throw in there.
Racism is alive and well in Boston.
I know my motherfucking racism, baby.
Racism and sexism. Oh, it is huge.
It is amazing. You go downtown Boston, you don't see a black person anywhere.
You do see black people go downtown, but not it's
many.
a weird town.
And then they got the Jewish people in their area. They got the Irish in their area. The Italians over here. The blacks
There's
over
a
there.
town, and Boston has everybody has a town.
Yeah,
it's like
and you don't cross over.
Usually everybody lives in, like in New York. Everyone lives together.
Yeah.
Then there's towns you can go to. If you want to go to Harlem, you go to Harlem. You go to Chinatown. You go down to Canal Street. But the city itself is like mixed.
It's all mixed. Everyone's walking from one area to another.
Boston is black town, white town, every town. Nothing's mixed.
It's set up like medieval times with castles and fucking moats.
Oh my God! And I love it because that's where my family and friends. I love the people there, but that town, man, it's very
separate.
It's a motherfucker.
Ryan in Georgia.
Yeah, Opie, you said Boston was going to be the state to have a female mayor?
Listen to the replay. I corrected myself quickly.
You got to correct yourself 3 times.
I have to correct myself
for the
again
replay,
for Brian.
Yeah.
I got it out. I said, stop at the feedback. I meant city or whatever I said. All
right.
Thanks, Brian.
Archie Bunker used to say prostrate.
Oh, really?
It's like it's kind of a joke thing to say as a prostate. Geez, my prostrate there. You don't say it as a politician trying to get support for the disease.
Let's say hi to Kevin in California. Kevin?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, I live in California, and I've never seen this guy before, but every time I hear his voice, I picture Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
That's what he looks like.
Yep, he looks just like him.
I think Family Guy, yeah, that's where they got the character from, because those guys are from that area.
Yep.
Thanks.
Right, punching out.
Thanks, Kevin. Let's say hi to Joe in New Jersey. Joe?
Hey.
Hey.
Morning, boys.
What's up?
I was just thinking, if Patrice ran for mayor of Boston, it'd be like the perfect remake for Blazing Saddles.
Oh, yeah.
It is true. The mayor.
They roll up the fucking banner.
It's the new mayor, baby.
I'm the new mayor of Boston.
What's up, baby? Give it up for yourselves. Give me a big round of applause. I'm the new mayor.
I'm going to watch that movie again tonight.
And ain't it a fine day today?
Any white woman that cook me something to eat? Because I'm an unmarried man up in this bitch. Any of you white bitches in Boston, I'm hungry.
That is just a one-of-a-kind city,
and one of those
man.
Pope glass, those bulletproof Pope things.
Yeah.
Now, you hungry better listen to me now. Ain't no more big dig up in this motherfucker.
People with their jaws on the ground. What the fuck is this shit?
Is this thing on? You hear that? That microphone.
Pat from wherever you are. Pat, go ahead.
Hey, up in Boston, if you put a black guy against a white girl, that's when we stay home and not vote.
Yeah, you can imagine.
That's when no one will vote.
That'll be some shit. Come on, man. Who would you vote for? Tell the truth.
I got
qualified man, qualified black man, or qualified white woman.
I got audio of Election Day.
Let me think.
If that went down, here's the audio.
Oh. We're here at the polls, waiting. There's 3 minutes left to vote, and
it's anyone's race. Just need one person to vote.
With 0% of the votes in, we have 0-0.
Come on, it's just going to take one person.
Well, there are still a couple more precincts that need to report. Let's now go to precinct 3, and yeah, that's all right. Our candidates eagerly awaiting at their headquarters the results of this race.
Because I'd win because I say, look, I told any friend I got, listen, go down there and scare all the white bitches in the boat.
Hold the handle. Hold the handle.
We got more Mumbles Menino audio. The rest of the country enjoying this today.
Yeah.
You know, we have a fair share of that their operating budget, and we're going to look into all the red line, the yellow line, the orange line, the blue line.
God, the reporter's asking a question, and she's just laughing at him.
Laughing at him.
Openly laughing at him.
Laughing at him.
And he's trying to be serious there.
Our plans for tomorrow is to have a rally, a roving rally. It starts at the Heinz and goes right down to Stanford Street, right down, yeah.
You ever see The Princess Bride, that movie?
Yeah.
My wedge. My wedge is a wonderful. What is it? The Jewish priest I was giving. My wedge is. It just sounds like it's just. How can I'm getting disgusted. It's funny, but I'm like, are you joking me?
He won. He just
won. The lady's a cunt, but was she good?
Did she well spoken?
Did she
know the facts?
Yes.
Did she have information? Did she have a plan? Or did she just go in there, you know?
And she was a cunt.
Hi. Listen, you fuckers. Vote for me, or I'll come over your house and take your balls.
Oh, my God.
Today we dedicate this plaque, which will serve as a reminder.
Dedicate what? A nigga? Did he say he's going to dedicate this black to
black?
What? A plaque.
Dedicate this black as a reminder. A remembrance.
That's funny on a whole nother level.
We're going to dedicate this black.
This black.
Thank you, man, for dedicating me.
And if I could start the bidding at 25.
No, he says,
oh, my God.
Dedicate this.
Serve as a remember, though.
Remember?
Today we dedicate this plaque, which will serve as a reminder.
Reminder.
Doesn't sound like he's dedicating a plaque.
Is he just off the cuff every time?
Ladies and gentlemen, the black. Thank you.
The black.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being dedicated. I will take this honor and do what I can. Thank you.
Tomorrow we'll dedicate a Jew. As a reminder, remember,
the guy is winging it all the time. Speechwriter, fuck him, who needs one? It sounds like he's going out and just riffing. He's riffing every time.
That's amazing.
We got a guy from Southie calling in.
Shit.
All
Jeff
right.
from Southie, what's up?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey.
You know, listen, I didn't vote for that bitch because I didn't even see one campaign issue on that lady, you know?
Really?
I only knew Menino. I didn't know who the hell that chick Laura was. I mean, being from Southie, they don't put anything up with chicks around, you know, unless it's at the fucking bars, you know?
Yeah. Maybe she should have gone with the urinal posters
from,
like we have.
Where you from, D Street?
8th and Broadway.
Can I come over there yet?
You might be able to. You know?
Oh, you're getting a little weak now. I couldn't even drive through there by mistake.
It best be a day where nothing happens there. No crime, no missing kids, no nothing. Because you'd be dragged off in a second.
Oh, Southie, man. Good memories, man. Good goddamn memories.
Oh, I want to hear this clip one more time.
Today we dedicate this plaque, which will serve as a reminder.
A reminder that we used to own them. A reminder that they should be slaves again.
Dedicate this plaque.
And where will it actually start? And will the duck boats go out onto the Charles?
No, we can't put skates on the ducks, so we're not going on the Charles.
God damn.
We can't put skates on the ducks. We're trying.
You know what? Thank you, Opie, because this may have to have them do a recount.
Yeah.
And just do it again.
New vote.
New vote for people in Boston listening to this.
How many terms?
This is 4.
4
That's 16
terms.
years.
16 years this guy has been running that city.
If I got a girl pregnant when I was supposed to, my kid would be close to the age of voting, and he'd still be voting for this goddamn idiot. Well, I'm telling him to go to school and learn how to speak well, or you won't get hired by white people out there.
And there he is.
You guys want to hear just a couple more?
I love him.
And someone else asked if you'd be interested in running for Senator Kerry's seat should he win the nomination.
Let me just say, I will not be a candidate I'll seek, but I will accept a draft.
I will not be a candidation or seek.
Well, he's trying to say that.
He's trying to do that famous Lyndon B. Johnson speech.
Do you know what it is?
I will not seek, nor will I accept your nomination for President of the United States of America. And this is Menino's impression of that.
And someone else asked if you'd be interested in running for Senator Kerry's seat should he win the nomination.
Let me just say, I will not be a candidate I'll seek, but I will accept a draft.
Be candidation.
And then he
Be candidation.
He's getting big laughs because they're laughing right at him because he's still trying to do jokes.
I will not seek a candidation for the dedicated black.
I would have laughed just because everybody else was, because I would have been like, okay, was he trying to make
was
a joke?
Was that a joke?
That was a joke? Okay. What the fuck was he talking about?
I'm about getting the job done. I want to work on this and get it done in a peacefully way.
In a peacefully way?
A nice peacefully way.
How does he fucking get away with
Listen to this one.
Like I said, it's about reinforcing the economic lessons that taught during the school day.
The acronomic lesson?
What did he say?
Economic.
Economic? It sounded like acronomic. I'm sure he meant economic.
Commissioner Evans is going across the pond. That's true.
Go across the pond. Pick up a dog.
Oh.
I know that Billy Bulger is president of University of Mass now, of which I am alumnus.
President of University of Mass.
That tongue is just battling with his teeth. There's a fucking UFC match going on in his mouth. Doesn't it sound like it?
Down syndrome tongue. That's a regular man just born with a syndrome tongue.
Big fat tongue, just duking it, just putting a submission hold on his teeth and gums while he tries to speak, and his tongue taps out.
Oh my God!
You go to any neighborhood of Boston, there's artist living space. artist lofts. There's so many parts of this, the architectural, the media part.
The color, dude, was going to say what?
I think so.
This is how we will continue to grow the city's job base, by being proactive, strategic, smart, and aggressive.
Smart, huh?
Smart.
All right, I think we're just about done here.
Boston is a majority city.
What? One or the other. What's a minority-majority city?
Reagan believed the buck stops here. Those of us who are leaders live by the principle as well.
Didn't Truman say the buck stops here? Wasn't that Truman?
You know, I think people just...
Like, it was Reagan.
Like Reagan said, I have not yet begun to fight.
They must just listen to him like the people listen to him and go, all right, who's going to be running against us this year?
Yeah.
A cunt. All right.
We win.
You know. You need in Boston, is there like some qualified white guy that can just beat him? Qualified
Apparently not.
Irish can beat this guy.
Yeah. Some Irish guy goes
Some fucking Mick can beat him.
Who votes, like, who runs against him? Was it a bitch last election? The one before that?
Because there was another landslide, too. It wasn't even close. So they couldn't even come up with a good candidate.
Anybody?
To go up against him.
Like Rutherford B. Hayes said, I speak loudly and carry a black stick.
Brother B. Hayes.
Brother B. Hayes.
Well, if there's 911, if there is there's something suspicious out there, call 911. That's the emergency line in the city of Boston.
Ain't that a bitch? That's the emergency line for the city anywhere.
Everywhere.
In the city of Boston. Something we came up with here. It's brand new.
We all know that to complete a major project like this takes real teamwork. So let me start by thanking our federal and state partners along with our congressional delegation for standing by us.
Delegation. I think that's delegation, isn't it? Delegation.
Ooh, he talks like Popeye, the delegation. Well, the big things is almost complete.
I want to move on, but this stuff is too good.
It's crazy.
Listen to this one.
We got big problems. AT&T, they're sponsoring, this whole summer program with me, and you want Sprint to come in and do something. They do diddly dunk.
They do diddly dunk? Diddly duck? Dunk?
Dunk. All right, I guess we're done.
That's a harsh one.
Fuck, man.
That's some good shit.
That's one thing that really fries my nose.
Fries my nose? Fries my nose?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, hope burns eternal in Boston, and every year we start off, we hope World Series championship. Last year we got to the 5th game, and maybe this is the year.
Of course, he's got to talk about the Sox.
I have did my duty, and I did it last Tuesday, Matt. I can't believe I'm ahead of the schedule.
He did his duty last Tuesday.
All right, you got to end up on an up note, so here you go.
The vice president is saying is heightening the intensity, it seems, a little bit here. What's your level of concern?
Well, our intelligence unit is working with the state, federal officials, keeping us informed if there's any heightening of our security in the city of Boston. We're working with the federal officials to give us the information that we might need.
Do you think they're playing politics, sir?
I'm not saying they're playing politics. I don't have the intelligence they have.
Yeah, well,
no
you
shit.
certainly don't.
All right.
Well, congratulations, Boston.
Yes.
Boston, Mass. There he is. There's your man. There's your man.
It takes me leaving Boston, like moving somewhere else to just go, wow, man.
What the fuck?
I would have been such an activist if I gave a shit while I was there.
If you cared.
You know?
Hey, at least it wasn't that fucking cunt. That's all I'm saying. Menino, he might not be the best guy for the job, but he doesn't have a fucking cunt.
That was her thing. That was his paid for by Menino.
Yeah.
Don't vote for her. She's a cunt.
Paid for by friends of Menino.
Paid for by...
Let's say hi to Ray in Texas. Ray, what's up?
Hey, Ray.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
All right.
Hey, guys, can you keep Patrice there? I mean, the show is terrific with him. I'm not trying to dog Jimmy out or anything, but I mean, Patrice is great. The show is great with him.
We love having Patrice on.
Yeah, Patrice is going to be in the rest of the week there. So.
And when Jimmy abandons ship and leaves us,
I'll replace him, and they'll just replace Jimmy, and I'll be the new Jim Norton.
That's right.
They'll call me Jim Norton.
Jimmy. It happens on TV.
Give it up for Jim Norton. It's the radio. Fuck it. What's up, everybody?
No one's saying that. It's Jimmy Norton.
When Jimmy eventually moves on, yes, that's exactly what we'll do.
Jimmy will have a successful TV show. No time for the radio. We'll just call him Jimmy Norton.
Flashing somebody somewhere. He's gonna get...
Look at how we brought the whole first break all the way back around.
Right around.
That's what we do. That's why we're brilliant.
Will he have an end as credit?
Huh?
Will he have the
Hold on. Ray, hold on. We're saying something here.
End as credit and Patrice O'Neal as Jimmy Norton? Will it be a credit like that? Because
no, we just gotta make believe.
Do we just call him Jimmy Norton?
Yeah, we gotta just make believe he was here the whole time.
Okay. We'll play some type of goofy sitcom music. Like I'll come in like the Flintstones.
And we can reference old shit that Jimmy actually did, and you can talk about it like it's familiar to you.
Yeah, like oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh man, remember that hooker peed on you?
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
That shit was a bitch.
All right.
Guys, punch it out.
Thanks, Ray. Well, Patrice will be in the rest of the week here. With that, we should take our first break. Oh, go to Dirk? Yeah, all right. In honor of Anthony's little impression there.
Oh.
It's a great new impression. The dude from Southie.
Oh, please. So they used to live next door to that fucking guy.
Why don't we play this and we'll continue? Oh, man, you're onto something, Anthony.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I forgot what movie I went to see. It doesn't really matter, but I saw that. The whole theater was just staring in disbelief at the screen, going, what the fuck? They expect to make money off this movie?
I'm watching movie trailers last night.
And those two actors in the movie, what were they thinking? Well, they need a part in a Hollywood movie that bad that they're willing to do this shit?
I'm watching movie trailers last night. Every so often go online and watch them. Got a nice high-definition monitor on the Mac. You get the movie trailers, like, real good sound and everything. So I watched King Kong, which looks like it's going to be pretty damn cool. Peter Jackson knows how to make those kind of movies.
Aren't they going back in time for that movie, too?
Yeah, I love the fact that they're not trying to update the shit and make it like New York now. And
it's going to be like New York in the 40s or something?
Yeah, 30s? Like it was in the original.
That looks good.
And the effects, like when King Kong's on top of the Empire State Building and that biplane comes swooping in and he fucking jumps and swats at it. Fantastic. It looks really
It looks like
cool.
It's going to be a good movie.
Yeah, looks good.
Well, we say that about so many of these movies.
I know.
You're like,
what's the last one that the trailer lived up to the movie? Like you said, there you go.
I like those fucking stupid Lord of the Rings movies. I love them.
Yeah, obviously.
And the trailers looked great.
Yep.
I mean, the big epic battles, shit like that, I like. The other things that kind of bombed, like Troy... I was like, that bombed. It looked like it was going to be a good epic thing. Anything with that fucking Colin Farrell in it now.
Oh!
You know, there's another one. It's going to be where they come to America, meet the Indians, and of course there's a little battle going on. Yeah, and that looks like, I go, ooh, this looks like it could be good. And then I see him in it and go, dap. Bomb.
Alexander.
It's going to suck. Alexander. What the fuck was that about?
With Angelina, with that Russian...
She's trying to do an accent. There's gayness going on between him and his fucking butt buddy there.
But speaking of gayness...
Yeah. So I'm watching the trailers.
Because I was in a movie theater. It was a sold-out movie, and people were giggling and looking at the screen just horrified. Like, what? They're going to attempt to make this into a big money maker?
Yeah. So what's the name of the movie?
No way. I don't even know the name
of the movie. The cowboy movie.
It's the cowboy movie with the two gay guys.
Gay cowboy movie.
Gay
cowboy movie.
It said gay men have the most disposable income in the world just to do anything, and they'll go see this movie. And it'll make enough. Because it probably costs $6.08 to make.
No, this looks like an epic.
They got, like, big stars in it.
An epic gay movie.
Epic meaning, on the grand scale. It looks like they really went all out for this
high
movie.
production value.
Oh, yeah, this is high production value.
So my chick tries to trick me. She goes, oh, put in the trailer for this. It's here. And that, thinking it, because it kind of starts out looking like it's going to be a Western. Brokeback Mountain, it's called.
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain. She goes, put on Brokeback Mountain.
That's a porno.
I know. I'll break your back, mother.
But it starts like, all right, another cowboy flick. Or
yeah, that's how the trailer starts.
One of these new westerns.
And I go, it's the gay cowboy movie, because I had heard about it. And she starts laughing her ass off like she was trying to trick me to watch until it gets to the gay parts.
The gay parts are very, very
apparently it's just two guys that are cowboys or something. They go out fishing or whatever they're doing out on the plains there. It's modern times. It's not like an oldie time thing. And they apparently have girlfriends or they're married or something. They're doing this on the DL, I guess.
Oh, so it's the DL. Okay.
Well, they don't know, I think. So they hook up, and all of a sudden there's some gayness going on between these two cowboys around the campfire. I hear this film is full of like just about the hardest core gay sex regular.
America's not ready for this as a country.
No, man.
No.
Just being in a packed movie theater when the preview came on, you could tell America's not ready for this movie.
Me and my friends at some point in my life would have stood outside and pointed, we went to see this movie, you faggot,
faggot.
You fag, look at that shit. You went to see Brokeback Mountain? Pussy ass motherfucker.
Write that down. That's a great idea. Opening night.
Just send somebody.
Yeah,
you went to see Brokeback Mountain?
You faggot.
You mother...
No, you don't interview the obvious ones. You interview the guy that's with his chick.
Yeah, his chick. Why are you here? Why are you even here? She dragged you here to see this fucking movie, you pussy whip motherfucker.
Did you make a deal with her to go see Bushface Boulevard, bitch? Can I go see some lesbians?
Yeah, where's the dyke movie?
Yeah,
you try to drag a chick for that.
Off?
Oh. I would not.
What you get in return is what I want to know.
But a real dyke movie would be Dyke. So this English comic said the funniest joke is like, people think we want to see lesbians have sex. He said, no, we want to see pretty girls.
Right. Pretty
if it was
girls.
a lesbian movie, it'd be a bunch of,
flannel shirts and crew cuts.
Rosie O'Donnell's, you know what I mean?
No.
Who's in this movie? There's that guy that's just in Jarhead.
Heath Ledger.
No!
It's Heath Ledger and the guy in Jarhead.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, that guy.
And him and Heath Ledger have some heavy gay sex scenes in this.
Hey, man, you would think Heath Ledger has a ton of scripts that he's reading. No?
No, Heath Ledger is...
But the other guy's up and coming now.
So this is what happens when you fall off the Hollywood map. You start considering these roles?
You can tell this is advice for Jake, because he plays, it's to show, because they're trying to make a push for this guy
that
to be a star.
Diverse.
Now he's in Jarhead as the ultimate dude.
Yeah.
Now it's like with some good timing, he's going to come out as the ultimate,
gay movie.
You know what? Kind of thing going on.
I bet you his people had that all figured out. Look, you want my boy to do the gay movie? He's doing Jarhead too.
Oh, you think that's it?
Oh, without a doubt. Because at least he could go like, look over here, I did this as well. Hello.
So the trailer starts off.
Always makes money. Like, that's why I played a sissy in the cut.
You certainly did.
I was a sissy just because I go, now I'm a thespian. I'm just a fat sissy.
Look at how versatile I am.
That movie was a flop. I'm just a sissy on film for no reason. For no reason. You see The Rock did it. The Rock did a sissy and a retard is classic Oscar kind of situation.
It's a resume
but
stuff.
Tom Hanks, the whole thing.
But that was like silly sissy. I mean, they're taking this like very. This is a drama.
The way this starts is like a cowboy movie or something. It's two guys. They're out there riding. They're hanging out, and then all of a sudden.
See, I had no idea when I first saw the preview. So I'm like, all right,
whatever it is.
All right, let's see what this is about.
And then all of a sudden they're by the campfire, and then they're laying down. They're spooning. They're spooning by the campfire with one guy's arm over, and then I went like, hey, wait a minute.
I was thinking, hey, did he get bit by a snake?
Maybe it's cold, and they do that thing.
Do you think during filming, because you know how Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you know how these motherfucking actors always fall in love. You think during like the cuts when they go cut, like one of them goes, all right, get your motherfucking hand off me.
Get the fuck off me.
If you don't take your hand, he said cut, nigga. You better stop that method acting shit. I'll kill somebody up in here.
You'd have to have every girl that you're sleeping with on the set. On the set watching, so you can just look at her and go, I'm fucking her, people.
And cut. Come here, bitch.
Yeah.
Come on. Start giving me a head. Now, you see, Jake, this ain't happening.
Which actor went like 1 second too long?
Too long?
Where the other guy's like, what the fuck?
Is he into this?
The Stanislavski method?
And then they show him back home with their girls.
Yeah.
Apparently, wives maybe even, because
I don't know.
One of them is having a kid.
I think this takes place over many years.
Over the course of some time.
Because then every year they go out.
They go out and do this fishing trip.
I think it's
where
like
they
that
get
old
to see
movie
each other.
seems like old times.
Yeah.
Where Alan Alda, I think it was Alan Alda, gets together with that broad
Yeah.
once a year and then goes back to his regular life.
But then some people start getting on to what's going on, and the wife is like, I don't think you're fishing up there. And other people, I think apparently one of the guy's fathers maybe, or some adult figure, is saying, his suspicions. And there's one scene where one of the guys takes the other guy's shirt on the hanger, and he's hugging it and smelling it, and that's when I just lost it.
How are you going to promote this movie, man? Now Heath Ledger.
Oh God, no! What is this? Oh, what are you showing?
What is this?
It's clips from the movie.
Oh, that's from Jarhead. Oh, all right.
Was he dancing around naked in Jarhead?
Oh,
I think he might be gay.
Heath Ledger, I can see, though. Heath Ledger was in trouble. He did, what did Heath Ledger do? That King Arthur kind of... It was a rap after that. It was like...
Did the Mel Gibson movie. That was great. What was the Patriot or whatever it's called?
Oh, he was in that one.
Years ago,
That was a long time ago. No, he did another period piece where he's like, a knight or something.
Yeah. This could be a good movie for Heath.
Through.
I don't know. This is, what movie? The star should have been Heath Ledger and Eric Roberts. Like, guys that it really could help. To be like, wow.
Eric Roberts, where's he been?
Or who's the guy they bringing back now that got all swelled up from drinking and stuff?
Oh, man, Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Like,
just because
Mickey Rourke's on the comeback trail,
that's what I'm saying. This is like a comeback movie. This is not a I'm a star right now movie.
You can't put Mickey Rourke with, like, Heath Ledger. That's more of a father-son sex fetish thing.
But that's kind of cool because people go to see Mickey go, come here.
Yeah, there's got to be two guys the same age. Kind of young, kind of gay.
I'm not homophobic, man. I am not a homophobic guy. But you know the thing that bothered me about the homosexuality is not it's the loving of a man, like the loving tenderness to another man. But just I can never.
If you with the internet, you're constantly being bombarded with pornography, gay, straight, bestiality, everything. I could click on something. And, if it's a guy just slamming some guy in the ass and he's, you laugh. It's funny. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on? But I squirm more at that guy hugging the shirt and smelling it and like a tear coming out of his eye.
That tenderness.
Or a gentle kiss.
That gentle, come here, there's something in your eyelash. Yeah. Let me blow it out.
Come here, baby.
Like, nigga, if I'm going to be gay, I'm going to be a manly, like, come here, there's something in your, you got some crud in the side of your eye. Yeah. Come here, there's something in your hair. Let me punch it out.
It's going to go from working out to just ass sex. There's no cuddling. There's
you feel like fucking?
Yeah.
Come on.
No smelling of the shirt.
No, and it's not going to be tender sex.
A date. You know what I mean?
It's just going to be ball slapping.
Right, no soft back of the hand rubs. It's
no cupping the chin with your hand and professing your love to a mustache. It ain't happening like that.
Hey, Frankie from Whackbag. Frankie.
Opie, get your movie straight. Seems like old time. Chevy Chase, Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, okay. But what's the Alan Alda movie? I'm trying to remember what the hell was it?
Yeah.
You know the movie I'm talking about?
I know the movie you're talking about.
I know it also.
It's not Ordinary People you're talking about.
No, it was a movie where Alan Alda went out to the country with this girl same time every year. What the hell was it called? I'm sorry about that, Frankie. You're right.
All right,
man. Josh in Colorado. Josh.
Hey, man, I was just commenting. This looks like a total push to just get a nod from the Academy.
You think?
Yeah, it's this Academy Award thing, man.
Oscar attention.
Yeah.
What year was that about?
I don't know. It's got to be 70s.
Really, that long?
He's willing to do anything.
I think it was Alan Alda. Now I'm...
Same time next year.
Same time next year. Thank you, Anthony.
This is such a plan. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Jarhead to Booty Crush Boulevard or whatever.
Wasn't he in the Bubble Boy or something?
He was the Bubble Boy. He was the goofy
Bubble
guy.
Boy. He was a goofy actor guy that could have fought. You know who I equate him with? Or at least I did before he started catching on now? Who's married to the one from Friends?
Yeah.
David Arquette. I put him in the same class as David Arquette until, all of a sudden he's popping up in all these movies.
The Day After Tomorrow was his, I'm not a goofy guy.
Right,
push.
not a goofy guy.
But the guy from Amityville Horror, the remake, all of a sudden, he's not goofy. He was in Blade 2. and Amityville Horror.
Right. Yeah. What's his name?
All of a sudden, he's not a goofy guy. You know, how did it happen?
Yeah, he was in that
When did
National
Michael
Lampoon movie.
Keaton not become a goofy? When did he become?
Yeah, but he fell off the face of the earth. What's he doing? He did that bomb, that horror movie bomb about the static and the dead people coming through. And that was
noise?
it.
Yeah.
White noise.
White noise. Jesus.
Why has it got to be white noise?
We got the trailer.
Well, the trailer's 2 minutes long. It's mostly dramatic music and text. So I just tried to grab a little bit with dialogue.
Oh, so you went right to the gayness?
A little suggestive.
You're the man.
It's not like
right to the ass sex by the campfire.
Action.
It's more innuendo.
Nathaniel, you're good. You got right to the gayness.
Get to the gayness.
All right, I don't know if this is going to work on.
We don't know. We try shit out.
I'm sure a lot of you have seen the trailer by now if you've been to the movie theater.
We're dead. Boy sure found a way to make the time pass up there.
You don't go up there to fish.
You don't know nothing about it.
Sweeping, epic music.
You have no idea how bad it gets.
If you can't fix it, you gotta stand it.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
You know what they're trying to say?
You don't go fishing up there.
Which is interesting is that back in those days, when those dudes got stuck out there and the cowboys was doing all that cowboy shit.
gayness.
Now you hear like a lot of times, like in the Moby Dick movies and stuff.
Yeah.
They go, all right, sweetie. They kiss their wife and they go, we'll be back in 5 months.
Right.
Like, you know, the time is so different then. Like you could be in the wilderness for months. So I think they might be trying to make some type of suggestion.
But I don't think
that
it's
these
period
guys
piece.
are. It's not a period piece?
I think it's new cowboys.
Yeah, it looks like it's
I think it's
updated.
like
Oh, this is not 1716?
No, I think this is like just like out west somewhere where they still ride horses.
Oh, yeah.
2006.
Yeah.
The best part of this is neither of these guys are fagging it up at all. It's like, God damn, I love you, motherfucker. Like there's not an ounce of femininity in either of these guys. I don't know how to quit you. Quit you?
Who says that when they're not in the third grade?
I quit. I give. Uncle.
Dear Fred.
Let's go to Speedy in Rhode Island. Speedy.
Hey, Owen, how you doing?
Pretty good, buddy.
Not too bad. Happy birthday, Patrice. Hey, Anthony, I think you can relate to this because, you know, the guys went fishing, they went back to the tree house, I said to the other, punch it up, boys.
Yeah, I used to ride horses and stuff out west with this guy, Richard, go fishing with him.
This is one of my favorite stories of all time, by the way, Patrice.
And we would camp out, do things like that. This is when we were, you know, in our early teens. And I remember one night we decided we were going to the ranch where we kept the horses and stuff, obviously, and stay in the tree house. So we go up into the tree house to stay in the tree house overnight. And it usually amounted to hanging out, drinking some beers, and talking about girls or whatever. So I'm just kind of laying there, and conversation's over. I'm pretty much thinking it's time to go to sleep in the tree house. And I hear like this whispering that I can't quite make out. And I'm laying there, and then I hear, can I suck your cock? So I'm laying there, and it's pitch black. There's no lights, like fucking, you know, out west, too. I mean, there's just total darkness. I hear, and this has been my best friend for years now, since we were like, you know, very
Still
early
your best
teens
friends.
up until, you know.
Still good friends.
Yeah, I mean, we hang out on a daily basis. This is every day. We'd hang out. And, can I suck your cock? And I'm laying there going, just make believe you fell asleep. Just make...
He did the curlies.
I was hot. Now I'm turned around facing the wall, and he's on the other side of me, you know. And believe me, fully clothed, so I'm not worried about anything.
Yeah, but you got to wonder, man, this might not be the best position to sleep in.
Well, fully clothed is fine.
You don't want to face him face to face.
If he can fuck me through my jeans,
right.
God bless him. I figured this is good because I don't have to look at him, right. And I don't have to acknowledge him. I don't have to make a face like I'm faking asleep when my eyes are like saucers. I'm freaked out. I'm just laying there going.
You just saw a ghost.
Oh my God. Everything's racing through my mind like, please make it a chick that just climbed in here and sounds exactly like my friend. Anything but what is really happening.
But how'd you stay friends? Like, after that? That's shocking, man.
Yeah. The next day, it was pretty much changed the whole complexion of the friendship.
But you had to make believe you never heard what he said the night before.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I never heard it.
Say?
I was asleep.
Hey, man, you want to go out and Buffalo Russell? Listen, I saw a couple of alligators and some pterodactyls. I want to go pterodactyl riding.
We still hung out and shit, but it was just never.
It just wasn't the
never
same
addressed,
that, huh?
and it was never the same. And I wound up coming back to New York a short time later. And stayed here in New York.
Oh, so you're not friends anymore?
No. This was years. But I did go back in, I think, like around 87, 88. Mm-hmm. Went back there to visit my father and his wife, and brought a bunch of my friends out with me and shit. And he was there.
Oh, boy.
So because he remained friends with my father and Corey.
Was you on the radio then?
Wife. No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not
so
yet.
he hasn't talked to you since you're on the radio?
No,
where he goes,
hell no.
So you heard that, huh?
He was in between seasons of filming Who's the Boss?
What? Oh, yeah, right? So, and now it was just blatant. The guy was a flaming fag. Like, we went out there.
Oh, he came out, he
obviously
said,
stopped trying to cover it up or anything. So, we go out there, and we all went hunting. Mm-hmm. We were going pheasant hunting and shit up in the hills. Had all our shotguns. And my father's like, Richard, you going to come along with us? And Richard decided no, he was going to stay with Corey because she was going curtain shopping. So as everybody's going out hunting. Early on?
Like in retrospect?
Growing up? In retrospect, yeah, looking back, I was like, how did I not see? He was one of these guys who was like, he wound up being a male model. He was like a beard for Christy McNichol, who was a dyke. So when Christy McNichol would go out to these events, he was with her, like they were a couple.
Oh, to pretend.
And stuff. And he wound up being a model. And girls were, like, always, even as a young kid, was swarming all over this guy.
So what was some of the things, like, when you look back, what do you have, a pink lunchbox? Like, ooh, that's a very sexy Barbie lunchbox you brought to school
Just
today.
a little feminine, maybe. And all the girls that were coming on to him that he would just blow off, like, wouldn't even talk to him. Like, we'd be hanging out, and I'd be drooling over these fucking shit, like, I'm trying everything. And when you're hanging out with the guy that's the fucking model-looking guy, believe me, I ain't getting shit. I could be funny as a motherfucker, and these girls just are fixated on him. And he's like,
he has no club.
He had no interest whatsoever.
There's always a sign for me, like a dude that doesn't, like the classic way to pretend, if you're gay and you're trying to pretend you're not, you have to talk degrading about women when there's only guys around. You can't do any, I don't like that. You gotta, if a guy goes, man, I smell, you gotta go, how was it?
Oh, yeah.
You can't go, hey, you pulled her hair. Why? Like, dude, you can't, that's like classic, could be gay, don't do that. Just fake it. Fake it.
I don't know if they have the potential to fake that.
Oh, my God, Anthony.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That's one of my favorites.
And that was my friend. We would ride horses, we'd go fishing, and he didn't know how to quit me.
Right.
Gays are not attracted to me. That's one thing. Maybe I should be mad about that, but it's never been a crisis.
Oh.
Never.
All right.
I was just a cute little kid. There was one time.
You do have doe eyes, though.
Well, I had the big when I was a kid. Oh, forget it. They loved me.
Imagine his eyes with no cigarette smoke, no drugs in it.
Yeah.
Just beautiful big eyes.
Big, innocent doe eyes.
No goatee. Just precious.
Big doe eyes. I was hanging out at the ranch one time, and there was a party going on.
Yeah.
And this old drunk Mexican guy comes up to me, and he's like, how you doing? I'm like, all right. And he goes, what do you say, me and you go in the bushes over there?
Holy...
And my father was within earshot of this.
Did he shoot him?
I had never... He beat the living shit out of this guy, like, right in front of me. I'm standing...
How old were you?
I don't know, again, early teens.
Jesus.
He threw him on the hood of a car and punched him in the face and wouldn't stop. Just wouldn't fucking stop.
And you came up with those beautiful eyes.
And I was like,
Daddy, stop it. Blink, blink. Daddy, don't. Daddy, don't. D-O-N-T, don't.
That's going to make me laugh all day.
You don't
blink, 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 blink. My little lashes.
Oh, my God,
all right,
man.
listen. We got to move on. We have so much stuff today.
Oh, shit.
So much.
Fucking old Mexican.
Anthony was a sexy little boy.
I know.
That's why this show rocks. Some days we have a lot of stuff, and other days we just, like, make it up as we go along. Good Day New York here in New York City. Dumb banter between the stupid newsreaders. This is one of our new bits we're slowly but surely developing here.
Yeah.
You know, they do a story about something, and then they come back and have to do their cute little comments and commentary about the story that was just on TV. Well, they're saying that there's a new thing people are going to be doing this holiday season.
A thing?
They're going to be hanging Christmas trees from the ceiling, upside-down Christmas trees.
I saw that in the paper, and no, they're not. Who's going to do this?
You think it's just one store?
It's one store with a little gimmick. The Christmas tree, it's in a stand that's nailed to the ceiling.
It's a great idea if you think about it. Because it gets people to come into your store, especially now that it's been in the paper. Everyone's going to go check out the upside-down Christmas tree.
Gotta go check it out. I want a picture with it.
So, of course, this is the most important thing to talk about on the news this morning.
Sure.
And if you're wondering about how should I hold it, Christmas trees upside down, it's the new trend.
Well, I think this is really weird because if you have too many eggnogs on Christmas Eve, this is really going to mess you up. But apparently these are all the rage. They're Christmas trees that hang upside down.
It's easier to get the star on it.
That's true. You don't need the ladder.
But the water would keep falling out of the little thing anyway.
All right.
That's why we get paid the big bucks. If we did comments like that,
the water would all fall out. Even on the news, the hole stinks.
We would have lasted maybe a month on XM if we had comments like that.
Wonderful.
But they're allowed to do that on the news every day. All right,
they're doing it more and more, too. They commented on... I think they had a Christmas tree story yesterday when they were cutting down the big giant Christmas tree for the Capitol building. Yeah. And they talked about how would you get it through the door? This tree is like 800 feet high. How do you...
But that's what they cater to in this world. Like,
absolutely.
There's some people who just go, they do that with them. Like,
how would you?
See, I'm living in a different world. I'm convinced that they're not catering to people. That they're just... You really think more people are enjoying that type of banter when they watch it on TV? I swear to God, I'm amazed.
Middle America, man. Middle America is giant, Opie.
But this is New York.
Yeah, but they still catering to... There's the idiocy of Middle America even
people
here
are
in New
sitting
York.
there listening to what we just played and kind of laughing along and they're enjoying that, right?
We are mean, and you don't realize how mean we are. Like New York. And our humor is just not the rest of the country, dude.
No.
These middle people are offended very easily.
Very easily, and they're entertained very easily. Like the dumbest things, like those little comments. They love sitcoms. That's your proof right there.
Well, not
Look
really.
At some of these
the
shows
went away for the reality program.
Exactly. Okay. See, again, they love this shit.
I was entertained by the reality program at first.
For a little while.
At first.
It's the simple shit that most Americans really enjoy.
I'm out of the loop. I'm just like, no way are people enjoying
this. No, it's just circles you hang out in.
That's how I feel about it, too. It's just like, you gotta be, you just make me laugh because you go, that's funny. Like people go, funny is it's an opinion. No, it ain't. You go, nah. That shit's funny like the sun is shining. Funny is funny. You know it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this when they go, and the thing. And I just think people just are comfortable not being edgy or I don't know what, but people are into that, man.
I think as viewers, they just gave up too. People gave up trying to entertain people, and then people at home go, this is the best it's going to get, so I guess I'll just laugh along. I'm serious. I think everyone has just given up
people
trying to entertain.
Fired for horse shit.
They get comfortable on their programs, you know? I watched Letterman last night. I'm like, man, this guy got comfortable. Yeah, this guy used to be out of the studio doing bits left and right.
Letterman's
now
no
he's doing
kid
jokes about
either.
Now he's doing jokes about New York City that don't even pertain to the New York
City.
Had,
like quadruple bypass.
Yeah.
Like. Then
why is he still on TV? Is there a young
a zillion a year? He's not going to give it up.
Isn't there a young but isn't there a young go-getter that's willing to bring back that type of
people still
TV?
People still watch
hitting the streets, doing the bits and everything.
He has that thing. He's not going to groom anybody to take his spot. You know, that's why he has
but it's not
mundane shit following him. He's not grooming a successor. The guy that came on after him wasn't going to be a success. No one's going to watch him every day.
Well, it's Craig Kilborn, and now they got the new guy.
This goofy English guy,
right?
Who's just not. Letterman is not grooming that to happen, man.
No.
Conan is working that show on a nightly basis, working hard and coming up with all sorts of very creative bits. But he's on in the middle of the night. Why not just move him up now?
He's got the.
I don't get that shit.
To where?
To Tonight Show. He's got.
Well, he's going to get the Tonight Show, so that's maybe not the best example. But obviously Letterman's just kind of calling it in. So why behind the scenes aren't they trying to figure out what to do?
But that's like trying to get rid of.
Pay him off and bring in a new guy.
That's like trying to get rid of Carson when he was evidently getting old.
Yeah, Carson seemed like he was doing it right to the end. No. I don't remember anymore because that's a long time ago.
When he left or was forced out, like some people said, he definitely wasn't at his peak, but he was still watched.
There's still a fire.
I mean,
Letterman is completely, and I you know, to see it, because he's like an icon. You got to be nervous about trashing certain.
Reason,
but the dude, it is Letterman. Like as a comic, when I first started, it was like two things you could do. One's Letterman. The other one's HBO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Letterman was like, I want to do. No one even wanted to think about the Tonight Show after a while. It was like Letterman was the cool thing to do. Now Letterman is like, he's just
calling it in. He lost the passion. You see Jay Leno, he still has the passion. And it amazes me. If we have a bad show, I go home and I beat myself up. And I look at these guys that do the same, the TV shows or the radio shows, and they don't give a fuck. They don't care. As long as they get the paycheck, they got the big contract, they're like, fuck it. It seems like they just have a fuck it attitude.
But the people that...
And then us, we're stuck with bad entertainment on TV, and I think we just sit back and just go, well, this is the best it's going to get.
But the people that reach out, they're always corny. Like I said, man, it's like I do this bit on stage about R. Kelly and how is he still famous with the accusations.
Yeah, which was great, by the way, when I saw you at the Avery Fisher Hall show.
Well.
Last
Lincoln
Friday
Center.
night. Yes, Lincoln Center with Patrice O'Neal.
And it's like, I think, how do you get accused of peeing on a little girl and still have a career?
Yeah.
That's because the people who ruin your career don't know who you are. And the people that spend time making and breaking careers are those middle-aged people that think corny shit is funny. Like your listeners aren't going to destroy or take a career away. They'll come in and say, you suck, but they're not going to just band together and have this collective thing where they're going to destroy you or
right.
It's telling you, because people who like funny, that's all they like. If it's not funny, go fuck yourself. If it's funny, that's some funny shit. We're not passionate about anything else except for laughing and have a good time.
Yeah.
But these fucking women, these blue-haired and goofy bitches that you see, these tourists that come to the city with sparkly sweaters, those bitches are retarded and they got time.
And I want to clear this up, too. I don't want all of entertainment to be like us, really edgy and really just putting ourselves out there. But I just want to see more shows and stuff where you could tell the guy has passion to do what he's doing.
Right.
And he's definitely still trying and working hard. I just don't see that anymore.
Why is Seventh Heaven still on?
It's amazing, man.
Why is that show still on?
It's kind of like when we joke about the comics in the newspapers.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is still reading that
who's
shit?
reading it and laughing? and thinking Beetle Bailey is funny.
They got 4 or 5 pages dedicated to comics that I just know no one's reading.
Beetle fucking Bailey. Who's reading that and getting a real laugh out of it?
But I think it's just like,
Horrible.
no one wants to try to find the next big thing, the next big comic strip or what have you. It's just like, this has been working for years.
Well, it's that corporate thing, man. It's like they research human beings' behavior, and it's like, we research this.
Based on
like
my slide rule is telling me that this would get a laugh.
Fuck.
What's that?
Hold on a minute.
Don Imus. You know, we're just civil disobedience.
They took you to jail?
My shirt.
Louis Black. They take it down like that?
They took us down to the
talk about
station
the Voyeur bus incident
sat
that
around
happened
for
on our
about
show.
7 hours until they could figure out the charges.
Are we taping this today?
They really didn't know what the charges were.
Did they ever book you? Or?
They booked us and sent us to the Tombs.
Really?
Yeah, which is a delightful place. And how anyone ever goes into there once and thinks, gee, you know, I'm going to steal something again. Oh, when you're walking down, it's 19. I guess maybe it was 2000.
Yeah.
You're walking down a corridor in any building anywhere, and there's a sign that says "Wash your hands because you might get tuberculosis." I'm saying, what is going on down here? I thought we cured it. And all the cops were terrifically nice.
Well, they haven't cured it, Louis.
Well, they've got to. They said,
I don't know how to quit you.
It's like that smallpox vaccine. Don't lie to me. Then get out there and do some work. I don't need TB. We got over that.
It's 19 till the hour. We're talking more about Louis Black coming up.
Man, we missed it, unfortunately. We're not taping this today?
No. Talking about the Voyeur bus?
There's a guy that definitely has passion and still tries to, you know, put on an entertaining show every day. Don Imus. Louis Black is on Imus, and we had an unbelievable incident where we had something like 13 guys arrested for the Voyeur bus incident.
Yeah.
And Jim Norton was arrested, and he went to the Tombs, and Louis Black was in that day, and he went on the bus. He got arrested. It was a huge, huge story.
Psycho Mark.
And Louis Black had a book out recently, and I don't even think he mentioned he didn't even mention the Voyeur bus.
No.
That should have been a whole chapter, but that's an example of, I think, people behind the scenes saying to Louis, look, this is not a good idea to write about this. And it's a great story.
You should have seen HBO.
He got so much mileage out of that story after the fact, you know? Topless girls in a bus that was completely glass.
Yep. Driving around, showing their tits right down Broadway.
People just don't, you know, like HBO, you think HBO just says do anything you want, but it was like, some of the stuff I did, they were like,
really?
I think it's too much of that.
Wow, because Jimmy said he didn't have a problem at all with HBO.
Right. It wasn't a problem, but it was a problem. It was insinuated as like, you know, we don't like, because I talk about rape and shit, but I try to make it funny.
Nate from Boston heard the whole thing. Nate?
How you doing, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I just quick watching it here before I left the house, and Imus was on and had Louis Black there, and he was saying that Opie, you must have saw him at a book signing for his wife.
Yeah.
You guys got a picture together, and he was saying how he was either your father or your grandfather. He couldn't figure out which one it was, and you popped it up on a website, and then he just kind of threw it to Louis Black and started talking about the bus incident when he got arrested.
Yeah, we had, it was unbelievable how many people came out that day in New York City. Thousands and thousands of people as this bus made its way all the way down to City Hall and back. And they got arrested on the way back to the, pulled over, and then everyone on the bus got arrested on the way back to the station.
What a day.
It was an unbelievable day. All right, Nate.
All right, punch it out, boys.
Thank you. Anyway, that derailed us a little bit.
That happens with Imus. Out there, he's out at his ranch. Maybe laying down.
So that wasn't a risk of death penalty for you guys, like that no one threatened
we thought we were going to
take
get fired.
You away.
We thought we were going to get fired
for that one.
For the Voyeur bus?
I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't. But Anthony's usually better about that.
I thought we were getting fired. That was a huge police involved, and that got ugly.
Yeah, the mayor had to go on TV and comment about us. He called us stupid.
What keeps
Mayor
you guys,
Giuliani called us stupid. After
a couple of things like that, and then after the big incident, that doesn't make you David Letterman-ish. That doesn't Lettermanize you, motherfuckers.
Lettermanize.
Where you go? Well, I would, but
we're still pushing it. I still feel like we're gonna do something, not on purpose, that gets us in some deep trouble again. Yeah.
It also takes more than a year to concoct to get the things we want to do together, get the audience that we need to pull off some stuff, things like that. People think you get on the air and instantly you can get 25 girls in a room to sit in a barrel and fucking put shit all over their heads in a barrel. It just doesn't happen. It takes a while to build an audience so you can get the people and they understand the show and know what it's about and become fans and want to come down.
So everybody from the old school joint didn't just say, hey, I got XM now, hi.
No, doesn't happen that way.
No, it doesn't happen that way, and Howard's going to find that out for himself.
Yeah, that's a pleasant surprise when you get somewhere and realize you got to build an
huge audience, and XM is very, very happy, but the fact is we're still building an audience of new people. Well, there's people that they call up, they're like, I can't get enough of you guys. How long have you been listening? 2 months. 2 months?
Okay, thanks. We've been here a year.
You know the stuff you've missed?
Now we got to do it all over again, just for you, asshole.
Shit.
But there's a website, oavirus.com, that has the Voyeur Bus show and everything else that we've done in the past, I guess.
Get it there.
Let's say hi to Anthony in New Jersey. Anthony.
Hey, fellas, what's up?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, I happen to catch that as well, and why Imus did say, hey, big fans of the guys. Louis Black said, yeah, I haven't been able to contact them or get down to the studio or hear them yet. And Imus goes, yeah, either is anybody else. So it was a little shot to
That's funny.
Later, guys.
All right, we're doing just fine. And Louis Black knows where we are, and for some reason he's decided not to come by live. We got him on the phone once.
Well, Louis is getting big, man. It's the golden handcuffs, man.
That's great.
Motherfuckers around you get, not that he's too big to do it, but you get too big to you get afraid to lose something.
He doesn't want to be getting arrested again.
I would like to think that now that he's getting bigger, he's got bigger people around him, and they're the ones that are influencing him, saying,
that, those people, right?
You might want to stay away from Opie and Anthony these days. It's a shame. Yeah. It's really a shame. Because we did a lot for him, and he did a lot for us back in the day. What? Why the eyebrows?
I'm listening.
Oh, all right. We did, though.
I like Opie's really got a Godfather thing about him where it's just like,
dude,
it's insinuated evil going on. He's just like, hey, we did a lot for him, he did a lot for us. That's all I got to say. Mwah. Give me a kiss.
I'm all about loyalty, man. You know, and a lot of people around us show loyalty all the time. And then there's others that you can tell they just used us on the way to the top or whatever.
You think it's you? Now, I'm not setting myself up just in case I get famous and I say, go fuck yourself. But I'm... That's funny, right? I'm like saying, it's like Louis Black, like you said, how do you... I happen to feel like I'm a perennial loser, meaning that even if I get connected to, like, feeling like I'm going to be able to go, hey, you guys, can't fuck with you no more. Mm-hmm. I would never do that because I just feel like that's my aura is to just always be out, and then you get connected with guys who are out and have fun, and y'all make like a team. But it's how do you fight this business when they threaten to take away what you think you have? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you fight this business? I would love to go. Not everybody goes, man, fuck you, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? If somebody goes, you know, Louis, you know, Opie and Anthony, XM, they, you know, the church, the things and the things.
You don't have to listen to the people around you all the time, you know?
Right.
He's got a brain of his own, and he knows we've done great radio together, you know. He knows the next time we suggest a Voyeur Bus thing, he's not going to do it, obviously, but for him to come in and, you know, and do the show, why not? He lives in New York. He hasn't been by yet. Are you kidding me?
But those are the people, like we was talking about the middle of the country. The middle of the country is dictating that Louis don't do. It's hilarious to anybody else, but to the middle of the country, it's like you know, he's a sex something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it fucks with you.
He's got his act and he's got what he does, and his people perhaps have decided that maybe this isn't the best outlet for that.
Golden handcuffs, baby. As soon as you get something. That's why I'm happy being 100 air.
There you go.
Who cares?
We should take a break. We got lots to do today. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday, by the way, Anthony.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I didn't even check.
It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
It is indeed Wednesday.
It's a very, very easy concept, and all you need is a wow in your car. Whether you get the official WOW bumper stickers or make a homemade WOW sign or write in the dirt in the back of your truck, you get WOW in your car, and there are ladies out there that will flash you as you drive.
It's a nice little treat in your traffic-filled commute.
And know what you do? You just get a WOW sticker, throw it on the back, and kind of forget about it. Just go about your business, and also one day you're going to see tits and go, what the that shit works.
And another little perk that it gives people here in the New York area, especially people that drive the expressway early in the morning and middle of the afternoon, if you're driving slow in front of me, if I'm trying to get into the left lane and you all of a sudden get in the left lane in front of me and I can't do 80 like I want to because you decide you're just going to sit there and do the same speed you were doing in the middle lane and I can't get around you, and my anger starts bubbling up, if I see a wow sticker, I calm down. I back off. I go, you know, I'll just let him drive the way he wants to drive. You won't get my rage.
Over the weekend, I was on Long Island.
I'm entitled.
Real entitled.
I laugh at myself every time now I do something, and I go, goddamn Patrice he thinks he's entitled.
That's entitled. White entitlement, man.
White entitlement.
Speed up, please. I know the speed limit is 65.
Places to go, things to do.
Over the weekend, I was on Long Island, and I was behind a, I don't know, some kind of SUV that had a wow sticker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had my brother in the car, and we happened to have those T-shirts that we gave away at the Halloween party. Had a bunch of them in the car. We were heading out east for my brother's christening. So we stop at Jericho Turnpike and Deer Park Avenue right there, and I jump out of my car, bang on the window, say, roll it down. He's like, what the? He had no idea what was going on.
I wouldn't either. I'd have shot you.
And
I would have just shot you.
He rolls down the window, and
attempted carjacking.
And I throw a shirt right at him. Boom! And I get back in my car, the light turns green, and I go off. And you could tell the guy's like, what the hell just happened, right? But at the next light, he realizes that it was me, and I just gave him a T-shirt. The guy fucking freaks out.
Lost his mind.
Beeping, swerving to get close to my car to say hi. I'm like, who was that? Right.
Anyone comes up to my guy, I have my peripheral vision, everything is radar when I am driving. I am looking around, and when I stop, God forbid somebody gets out of their car behind me and starts coming up to my car for any reason whatsoever. Oh, my God. They either get run over, shot, I'm going through whatever red light is in front of me or something. I trust nobody. And I'm not even talking black guys. White guy, Opie, a guy like Opie could walk up to my guy, I'm gone, I don't need to deal with it.
You don't even want to know.
I don't need. There's no reason for anyone to come to my window.
All right. So if you
I got lights and buzzers that tell me if my tire's going flat, if I'm leaking oil, if there's smoke coming out. So it's no help anymore. Remember, roll your window down. Your wheel, it's shimmying a little bit. Oh, I shimmy a wheel. I got my car diagnoses it, fixes it on the fly, tells me. I don't need to talk to anybody.
All right. Well, here's the deal. So if you're looking for a wow sticker, because it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday, you just send in a self-addressed stamped envelope to us here in New York City, and we send out the wow stickers, okay? The address is up on opieandanthony.com. It has a nice little icon to click on. If not, really fast, you can listen to the address on the replay with a little pen and paper. It's 111 West 57th Street, New York, 10019. All right?
I'm going to take a piss.
All right, yeah. We have a wow line, too, by the way.
We do now.
That's one of the big stories today. Patrice O'Neal in studio. That's Disturbed doing Land of Confusion, the old Genesis song. So what do you think of T.O.?
Oh, Jesus, man.
The Eagles saying bye-bye to Terrell Owens.
One thing I know, he's going to have a job. He's the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, it's not like he's out, you know.
Yeah, he's going to get a job, you know.
But he's apologized. He wants back.
What a pussy, man. I was on his side, like, going, okay, there might be some... Because what's that other wide receiver that got kicked out of there? He was a bum, but he was real funny. Anyway, for Philly. He's gone, but he kind of was insinuating this the other day on ESPN that... Donovan is kind of like a wishy-washy kind of baby kind of dude. Like, he didn't really say it because he might want to go back to Philly. What is that guy's name? I forgot his name. But he was kind of on T.O.'s side, and I was going, you know what? T.O. might have some shit going on. They might have did something to him, some sneaky businessman shit that messes with you. You know what I mean? I'm going, I'm with T.O. on this. You know, fuck that. Football doesn't have any guaranteed contracts, which is horrendous, where you can get your face knocked off at any point. And then he gets on and he apologizes, which says, you pussy, you was bluffing. They called you bluff, and now you're like, sorry. It's like, now I'm like, come on, T.O., you fucked up, man. Excuse my language. Yeah. But it's like, come on, man. Come on, dude. Don't apologize, and then you might have had a chance of, like, having me be on your side, because then there's a story that's not out. But once you apologize for something you didn't do, no one apologizes for something they didn't do.
Yeah, but I don't think he cares about you giving him his props or
he just wants to play for another team.
Respecting him. He just wants to play.
But it's not even a thing about me respecting him. It's a thing about him like doing what he was doing all this time, crying and saying people don't understand me, and people did this, and when the real story comes out and all the goofy shit, and then he had his agent up there too. I wish I would have my pussy ass manager or agent.
That guy
talking
like a
for
lunatic.
me like that.
Yeah,
in the back like I'm retarded.
He sounded like a lunatic. We got some of the audio here, but
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, T.O. just wants to play for another team, and the New York sports page here, they're saying, hey, Jets, wake up and get Terrell Owens.
T.O., we don't care. That's exactly.
And then I'm thinking, hey, that sounds like a good idea, but then I'm thinking the rest of the country that has, an NFL football team, they have the exact same story in their paper today, too.
But he's only going to be able to go to any, I think having a black coach might help T.O. just to say, brother, I know what them crackers was doing to you. Go out there and get them to
He's been broken. Like a wild horse.
Oh,
like a wild horse, they broke him.
Don't you understand how hard it is to walk as a black man with your goddamn back straight, with these crackers on your back?
You watch. He's going to be
Nigga, my spine is on fire.
He's going to be very well-behaved now there, Patrice.
Goddamn, they turned T.O. to yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They broke him.
4-game suspension?
Hey, man, there was a time, Ant, we got broke. We were pretty damn cocky on top of the fucking world. And then it was all taken away like, wait, you could do that? Yeah. We had no fucking idea, but we...
And imagine
it broke us a little bit.
Being white guys, you only tried to be broke once every 6 years. That's the white guy being broke.
And just like T.O., we just wanted back in the game, man. We just wanted back in the game.
But T.O., being black, you're going to be trying to be broke every day. Somebody going to break me. As soon as I leave this studio, somebody going to try to break me. As soon as they feel... I'm going to tell you what it is. Number one, again, being from Boston, number one problem white guys have with black guys? Arrogance. Any arrogant nigga, you will be attacked. Anytime that you're not like a happy to be there nigga, you are in deep shit.
You know something, seriously, I don't think it's you gotta be happy to be there. It's just
it's
just the frightening guy. It's the frightening black guy
what black guy
we're
is
afraid
frightening
of
anymore? How's T.O. frightening? He's worth $70 million.
Well, he's not very frightening.
That's
all right. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. He's not frightening. I'm just talking about the basic Joe walking down the street.
Listen, the frightening black guy frightens black people.
Does he?
Frightening black people are frightening. Like
there's always that face where you're biting the lower lip. You're biting the lower lip, and the eyebrows are going down. It's like, motherfucker.
I'm sorry. What cartoon was you?
Like
what nigga does that?
Well, it's in a lot of the rap videos.
I've always got robbed by a motherfucker smiling. Hey,
really?
Feeling, man? Good to see you. Hey, you got the time? Give me your motherfucking money. Damn it, you got me, nigga. Good one.
Is that what I gotta be looking for?
Excuse me, white man. What's the time, sir? One second, nice Negro.
And we've talked about that many times. You're right. Yeah. They're asking for directions. Next thing you know, you're waking up and hearing Christmas music in your hospital bed.
Which way is north? And then all of a sudden, you hear Christmas music. You wake up, your family's over you in a hospital bed. That's the face.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So, if you see this coming...
Yeah.
I won't be able to get close enough to rob you.
Patrice, you just making it now? I'm ready to leave the studio. You're scaring the shit out of me.
Hey!
Yeah.
You see me coming?
Yeah, and I'm out of the way.
Motherfucker.
At what age do you get to learn that face? Because you all do it.
It's the face. It's the face to stay alive. That's all.
All right.
It's like, okay, I grew up in Roxbury. Mm-hmm. There's a finite number of hardness and like my face. I can make a face to survive in Roxbury.
Yeah.
I can't make a face to survive in the toughest parts of Brooklyn. My face isn't there yet.
No.
As a black man, you can say, okay, this dude right here,
but
this motherfucker. Like I can make a face for Harlem. I can make a Harlem face to stay alive. Like all right, I belong here.
But East New York.
But East New York. I don't have an East New York face. I can't even fake an East New York face. Can't fake it. Yeah, I'm serious, dude. It's like there's a thing when it's survival. Yeah, look, I'm from here and do not. You know what I'm saying?
I see it in the rap videos of the guys that aren't doing any of the rapping. Like there's one guy rapping, and all of the guys around him are they're making that face, and that face scares that. Oh, 50's got
50 got that face.
Oh
man.
my
50,
God, does
50
he
has a survival face. He has the face where that dude has the face of the toughest borough. Now somebody from the toughest borough might disagree because I've seen a couple of guys from East New York, and I've seen a couple of guys from Flatbush or certain parts of Queens. 50 has a real face.
But he
you know
can
what I'm
also
saying?
do the smile and how you doing, and
man,
then
50,
fuck you up.
There's some people that disagree with 50. 50 seems like he's, you know, and that's the thing about it depends on, like, that's the thing about me. Like, a dude from Brooklyn cannot deal in Boston because of all the white people he got to deal with.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother system. Because you only deal with hard niggas in Brooklyn.
Right.
You don't deal with white people because the police really don't fuck with you.
Nope.
They just... New York police really do not... They're not fucking with you kind of cops. You know what I mean? Like Connecticut. They just, what are you doing? Or these goofy towns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In New Jersey, where you can get pulled over just because they feel like it. New York, so dudes in Brooklyn, they do not, so it's all, their whole life is dealing with, what you looking at, nigga? What? Yo, son. Let me tell you something, dude. I'm telling you, yo. Like, you see this? This is my fake trying to get a part in a movie. Black guy. Like, I'll get a part, they go, wow, you were fearsome. But if they get the real motherfucker coming in like, nigga, let me tell you, and there's some dudes in L.A. that you go, I've been to Compton, I've been to Inglewood, there's some dudes, that 1,000-yard stare, there's some dudes that just, you go, do not mess with this dude. I don't care because he can't fake it. I can fake it up to 190th Street, close to the Bronx.
Right.
I can get as hard as almost the Bronx. I can't get hard
but then it
as
steps
hard
up
as
to the next level.
Because I got lost one time, you know, around that Yankee Stadium area. It's just a weird, you know. And
you get off the highway.
And I got lost where the trains are above ground. All right. Once the trains go above ground, it's like, okay, so I really started to feel like a white tourist where I was just like, okay, I should ask this young... I'm telling myself stuff to say, all right, I'm not no bitch-ass dude. I can ask. But I'm driving, I go, should I ask him? I'm going to ask this young cat right here. Excuse me, man. Yo, what's up, yo? I hate to bother you. Do you know how to get to, you know, do you know how to get back down? Because I think I'm facing the wrong way. I don't see New York. Usually from here you can see the buildings that point you towards Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, nah, no, yo. It's like, all right, good enough.
Goodbye.
And
was he looking you up and down in the car, like looking at what you're wearing and shit?
Big guys, never nervous about big dudes.
No.
Always nervous about little cats. Little dudes who look at me and they're not afraid.
Yeah.
They don't have any of that thing.
Because they got an equalizer in their pants.
Dangerous.
You know what I find funny
dudes.
about that? It takes all the way up to 190th Street for you to feel that way. Anthony and I and other whiteys out there.
Oh, I don't go over
100.
3 digits.
No, you can get 110 now.
110?
You can get 110,
because of Bloomberg.
and on a nice day
110?
in Harlem, you can do 125th.
Wow.
Fuck
Even, and you can go east to west, all the way from east to west, 125th Street.
I lose my cockiness at 99th Street.
Your cockiness.
Oh, yeah, it goes away fast when I see 100.
Well, what street? It depends on the street, though.
Don't matter. It's a mental thing with me. As soon as I see 100, the cockiness leaves me.
The Rosenblatt, the Wiesenthal, or
you get up to 190th.
Wiesenthal Museum. It's on 90th and Park.
They've actually pushed it up pretty nice, where you can go there, and it's a lot of tourists are going up now by the Apollo.
115.
Yeah,
I understand that, but still 100, I start going,
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You got that old school thinking.
Oh, boy.
Well, because you don't have a face. You might need a face. Well, you know, you need a face, dude.
Well, let's get to the Terrell Owens thing. Him apologizing?
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's hear the apology.
Oh, yes, sir.
Someone is saying that we're sticking up for Terrell Owens. No, we're not.
No, it's just that before he apologized, what I'm saying is before he apologized, there's always a side story because, like I said, dealing with these businessmen, there's another side. So I'm like, you know what, Terrell, there's a side that people are not honest. They playing him, but no one who's right will apologize like that, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know why he's apologizing? He doesn't want to be blackballed. He wants to play again, so
he can't be. That's the thing. That's the great thing.
He's got the talent.
He got a marketable skill. He can sell. Wow. He can go to Europe and get paid zillions.
I don't think he's convied of that. I think that's why he's apologizing. He wants to play again.
Not having white skills That's what growing up in Boston made. I have an understanding.
I'm telling you, this guy. I'm going to give this guy credit. I don't think he wanted to apologize at all, but he realizes, holy shit, I might get blackballed.
He's a country boy.
I might get blackballed. I got to do the right thing here because I want to play again.
Oh Lordy, he has a skill.
Oh no.
I understand that, but you never know.
He's not worried about it. He's not worried about it.
Then why is he apologizing?
I mean, I'm sorry. He is worried. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't realize because you can see his goddamn agent. He's listening to white guys. He signed that $47 million contract. He was happy as hell. The Philly was great. I was so happy for Philly that they were good. And then he got this asshole, this power broker, who starts saying words that Terrell never heard. And a lot of times black people who don't know white people, when white people are smarter than them, they try to be as smart, and it gets to be. And when white people know stuff, I go, all right, what are you talking about? Let me get some white information. You might know something. They're afraid to be dumb, so they just go back. They sit back, and he goes, Terrell, I know the right thing.
But that's not a black-white
right thing.
That's not a black-white thing, man.
Yes, it is. White people don't have that stigma, man.
Dude, we thought we knew it all. I hate to keep bringing it back to our situation when we got fired, from Infinity Broadcasting for the St. Pat's thing.
Yeah, we listened.
But we started listening, going, whoa, hey, this white dude might know a little more than we do.
But do you say it on okay, when they come down on you, do you come back and you go, Anthony, these crackers?
No, also we're like on the phone with each other going, wow, we didn't think of that. We didn't think that they might arrest us. There was a time we thought we were going to get arrested.
Oh,
yeah. It was getting crazy.
Got nasty, but
let's go
the word cracker didn't come up. You're right. Never came up.
Let's go to the T.O. apology here.
As you know, I have been suspended and told that I cannot play football for the rest of the season. I am a football player, and this is what I do. It really hurts me not to be a part of the team anymore. I came here to help the Eagles get to the Super Bowl and win the big game. When I got hurt last year and everyone said my season was over, I fought hard to prove the world was wrong and do everything possible, including risk my career and to help the Eagles win the Super Bowl. And I think the mentality that I have, my greatest strength, can sometimes be my greatest weakness. I'm a fighter. I've always been, and I'll always be. I fight for what I think is right. In doing so, I alienated a lot of my fans and my teammates.
Boring.
Oh, boy.
I hate these written apologies.
Yeah.
That was written for him. I would love to see one of these guys just go on TV and go, oh, hey, and just speak from the heart.
I'm telling you, if you don't have...
Every word was thought out beforehand.
If you don't have the proper skills to deal with this, like, when they ask black athletes, you got a $90 million contract. What are you going to do with your money now? What are you going to do? As if, like, do I owe you... Motherfucker, I'm going to buy a diamond house. That's what the fuck I'm going to do. I ain't going to save the kids or nothing. Are you stupid? Like, these dudes don't know you can go, man, get out of here. All he had to do was play. That's all he has to do. This is why he's going to have a job.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand. He didn't have to do that. First of all, his agent works for him. Get rid of this idiot. Get another guy. Say, look. All right, look, this nigga, I'll sell that dude down the river. I was listening to him. I shouldn't have. Yep. I'm ready to play some goddamn football. I'm the best wide receiver in the league. Give me some goddamn money. That's why sports is better than what we do. There is market value. Like, there's no way, like, some idiot makes more money than me that people go, wait a minute, you're way funnier than him.
Right, in sports you can see the market value.
You can go, wait a minute. I scored 100 touchdowns. This is how much motherfuckers make scoring 100 touchdowns. This is how much they get.
Yeah.
Now, I can't say, hey, I make people laugh.
I got some good
8 out of 10
jokes.
times.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 makes me a Hall of Famer.
Right,
you know what I mean? But no, not in this game. But in this game, in football, T.O. should say, kiss my ass, and go to another team and watch how fast they'll love him. They'll love him in the place where they dog him the most. They will take T.O. and love him, because a shitty T.O. will get you about 20 touchdowns. 20 touchdowns since he's been in Philly. their whole roster in the last 10 years hasn't scored 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Ever. So I'll take those.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Someone's going to take T.O. He should know it.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
His agent scared him, T.O. His white guy in his corner, that his white shield of protection from the...
by the way, is looking out for himself.
Looking out for himself.
And not his player there.
His white shield, he said to him in a room, T.O., it's looking bad. You should go and apologize.
Yeah, he wants to make sure he's going to still get some checks coming in.
Absolutely.
From Terrell Owens,
yeah.
Without a doubt.
Terrell did not know how to tell that guy, shut up, stupid Rosenhaus. You blew it for me, asshole.
Right.
I'm listening to you, and now look at me.
Yeah. Here's the agent.
He's here to make sure, on the record, that people realize he is sorry. He wants to play football. He's a great person. I believe in him. There are a lot of his teammates that believe in him. He needs to be playing.
Yeah, I see it your way, Patrice.
I'm telling you,
Terrell Owens should just be on TV, staying as cocky as he has.
I've been faced with arrogant nigga shit I'm a big giant loudmouth. So I know what it's. You gotta be like, hey, you gotta be. It's appreciation kind of thing.
Yeah.
You gotta never know. You never gotta feel like you're included.
Yeah. More agent talk.
Terrell's goal this year was to win a Super Bowl as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. That has never wavered. That's his goal. He hopes to do that. This is very unfortunate that he's been sidetracked. But hopefully you'll all help us get back on track. Because the bottom line is, I don't believe the media's been fair to him. There are players in the NFL who are arrested who violate the program when it comes to drugs or substance abuse, and they are not punished as seriously as he has been. There are players who do not get criticized as heavily by the media who do very significant things. He hasn't broken any laws. He hasn't broken any rules.
Oh boy.
Ghetto rule, 190th Street rule number 1. You don't snitch on anybody. He just snitched on a bunch of guys.
He's trying to put off the heat.
What kind of ass? And then he said Terrell was sidetracked. He didn't say we got sidetracked. Terrell got sidetracked with his nonsense, dumb stuff. He leaving Terrell out there dry.
I like how he chummed the water and started the feeding frenzy of the press. They were all... They all had a question that he wasn't answering.
Oh, man, that dude... Terrell, but it's not Terrell's fault. It's miseducation. And I don't mean books. I just mean... Boston.
Drew, why don't you let him talk to us right now? Terrell has made his statement. He has said what he believes. I am here responding to it. He has said everything that needs to be said. What more do you want to know? Let me just say, and another reason is because...
What they want to know is how Terrell Owens really feels. And he was a statement that was prepared for him.
He was sitting behind him just quiet.
Yep.
Letting this guy talk for him.
Which amazed me when I was watching this whole thing. I was expecting him to just snap and go,
say something.
Look, this seemed like a good idea behind closed doors, but fuck this. Move out of my way. Give me the mic. This is what I want to say.
Oh, did you see his face, though? If you watch his face, it's a distant, thinking face. He's not even there. As Rosenhaus is tripping out, the T.O. is with that distance. You ever look at somebody and you're not even looking at them? You're just looking straight at them. But if the person starts going, ooga booga booga, you'll be like, huh? What happened? T.O. is thinking about, what did I do, man?
Yeah.
It's like,
why am I in this position?
How could you go this? When he broke his leg last year and came in the Super Bowl, T.O. was now the greatest athlete in the world. People loved Terrell Owens, and he could have took over the team like he really wanted to because of his heart and because of his skill. And this idiot, man, starts playing out Donovan McNabb, starts playing himself out by now this apology, this written apology, and this what they call damage control. This damage control fiasco right here. It's just, anybody who's on the side is not on the side.
Nope.
Just say, and another reason is because I believe the media has not been fair for him either. I wouldn't want to talk to them. If I were in his position to hear the way that people have ripped him, he is a competitor. He is a great competitor. He gave up potentially his career to compete in the Super Bowl. He did that as a member of the team. He did that for the Eagles, for the fans, and now he's getting ripped, called selfish. This is not about him being selfish. He's a genuine, honest person. He never intended to offend anybody at any time.
Why do you read that? He gets that. This is the thing that another thing that I say to black people out there: practice unemotional speeches. We have to practice how to be detached from our emotions. Now, if T.O. gave that speech that Rosenhaus just gave, he'd have been crying. Because it would have been all his vocabulary would have been all emotional. I gave my soul. I didn't. Why? Y'all just be fucking with me? Do you think it's racist, T.O.? I'm just saying. But Rosenhaus just has his collective, his motive. Is money, and money is not emotional. Doesn't make you emotional if you come from money. If you're broke, money makes you emotional. I just want to buy a house for my... You know how many times I want to cry just because I want to buy a house for my mother? If I could buy my mother a house, I will be the most outrageous nigga you'll ever see. As long as my mother got a house, I'll be homeless. I'm like, fuck everybody. But right now, it's like, hey, Patrice, I want to put a dress on. You want to do Remember the 1940s on VH1 every week? You know, this shit is dumb, but it's like, all right, we'll give you a couple of G's. All right, then I get a Jewish guy to go. Patrice O'Neal has given VH... He had a cold when he came into VH1. and he came in and did Remember 1922. And I go, I did have the flu. I had the flu. When I did 1925, I was sick.
I just want to buy my mama a house. That's all I want to do.
That's what you want to do. When you poor, this shit's scary. I just want to buy my house.
Let's go to Sean in Alabama. Sean, Bama.
What's going on, boys?
Yeah.
Toward the, I got to watch the press conference yesterday, and toward the end of the press conference, after Drew was skipping around with his questions, I said, next question. One reporter said, Drew, what have you done for Terrell other than get him suspended for the season? And you could see Terrell in the background start to laugh.
Yep.
Look at you. All right, there goes Alabama. I guess that's enough on the T.O. thing.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
People gonna learn.
He'll be playing next year, though.
Of course.
Oh, he cannot play. That's the thing.
You think he's done for the whole season, though?
He has no choice, right?
I don't know.
The Eagles...
Somebody will pick him up.
Yeah. No, the Eagles own his contract, don't they?
But see, this is the only reason they would have suspended him for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But they can't. That's the only reason he's not suspended for... So after the suspension, he can't be on the team no more. He's done. Because they can suspend it, he's still on the team.
Yeah.
After the suspension, he's out. But the only reason they didn't suspend him for 8 or 6 games or 7 games, whatever's left, is because they can't do it. You just can't do it. And so they're getting rid of him for 4, and after the 4, they got to let him go. Or they got to pay him.
What's their record?
They're out. They're 500.
They're out.
Nah, not yet.
Wait, what are they?
They're 500. They're like 4-4 or something.
Oh, these guys seem to know something. Travis seems to know something.
I don't think they're 4-4, are they?
No, they're not 3-5.
Travis,
what are they this year?
Oh, I don't know their record, but they're not that good. Yeah, I think they're 4-4. But after the 4 games that he's suspended for, they're not going to let him go. They're just going to put him on the inactive roster.
Oh, he still got to get paid.
Yeah, he'll get paid for those games, but
they're going to pay him. They don't give a fuck about the rest of the season.
All right,
they're just making sure he doesn't play at all this year.
And they're not sure that they can do that. If he's physically able to play,
right,
they might not be able to do that.
I got to look this up, man. 4-4?
They're 4-4.
Let me take a quick look
all
here.
Because of a little bashing.
4-4, you're right. All right.
Well, all right, they're 4-4.
You're right.
And they're not out of it because the East stinks. The NFC East stinks.
Why would they just... What's the motivation here for the team? I mean...
The motivation is what they do. Arrogant nigga. I'm telling you. You guys... See, Mr. Entitlement, you don't understand, dude.
I don't. It's not good. It doesn't seem like good business.
Arrogant, and they don't. This guy's worth $1 billion. They need to stop him. They need him to be a good boy. And they did it with this one.
It just seems like bad business. If you still have some kind of shot at it, why wouldn't you want to keep?
Let me tell you
guys?
the biggest fear now. His biggest fear, and this is what they've been talking about, because they will give you information. These people in the sneaky way.
Yeah.
Is now they go. He's getting the age right where now they say he's too old for a long-term contract, and he's too much of an asshole. They blackballing him. See, Rosenhaus knows language.
They start scaring
and
him.
what happened is they said he's now a rented player, meaning you're only going to rent him each year until the end of his career. Oof. No one's going to be loyal to him and give him a big contract. So he's rent T.O. You score a touchdown, you do good for us, we'll give you another year, boy. All right, so Rosenhaus knows that kind of language. That's when Rosenhaus became a slave. Jewish lawyers become slaves when they hear money language. Oh Lord, they rent the home. They's gonna rent the owners, T.O. That's what he's doing now. That's language that T.O. didn't understand. It's like those commentators on ESPN was like, T.O.'s finished. Because no one's going to be loyal to him. And now they turning the NFL against him because teammates, because Donovan McNabb, they get on there and they tell you the whole, you can see the setup, baby. You can sit there and you see the setup. It's like Donovan McNabb is one of the most well-loved players in the league. He went to the Pro Bowl and everyone gravitated towards him. Did you see his soup commercial? He loves his mama. Donovan loves his mama. And it's like, T.O., which mama? He loves both his mamas. He came from a two-mama home. Now poor T.O., is now finished.
All right, well, there you go. There's the T.O.
Damn it.
Man, very good, Patrice.
Son of a bitch.
When we get back, we have exclusive audio. Of the Chimp attack survivor.
Oh, thank God. I saw him on the
We
TV.
were on this story early.
Why was he wearing? He had a surgical mask on?
Oh, because
he's so fucked up.
Still a fucking mess.
That he can't even take that surgical mask. I thought maybe it was for bacteria, but it's just he's so fucked up. The Chimp ate his face.
Nibbled on his
ball sack. Both balls.
Took his fingers off one at a time.
And not even chewed. It didn't even say chewed. Ripped his foot off. This fucking chimp muscles.
We got
a baby Kong on him.
All because all because he was bringing a birthday cake to one of the other chimps.
This guy is finally talking. He was on Good Morning America, and we got some of the audio to go over next.
Old
okay,
nutless chimp guy.
Yeah. As we go to break,
what
we'll
an
do
asshole.
this. You got this one, Eric? Or does Derek hat?
They're so cute in that little coveralls and engineer hat. When you put a little chimpanzee in an engineer hat, like he's going to drive a train.
Yeah.
And the little coveralls. They're adorable. But you bring one a birthday cake and don't let the other one have any, they rip your fucking balls off.
They did a magician's tiger on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get into that after the break. And also, Trading Spouses Part 2 is tonight. The Psycho Religious Woman.
Yeah, I love this one.
This is great, too. So, lots of shows still to play. All right, we got Patrice O'Neal hanging out with us today. Jim Norton's in L.A. doing the HBO thing. I don't even know when he comes back. Another week and a half or so? Then he comes back for like 2 weeks. He does Caroline's Thanksgiving weekend.
I come in. If he's not sitting there and someone else is, I know he's gone. That's how I know Jimmy. I don't know any schedules. I don't know when he's coming or going. Keeps it interesting.
It sure does.
Who's going to be here today?
Some days I'm like, oh, all right, we got Patrice today? Great.
Yeah, good.
And Voss yesterday? All right, cool.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I do know Patrice will be in the rest of the week.
Nice.
Hey, so we got the Chimp story.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
One of the best stories since coming to satellite radio.
People just don't realize that animals are fucking animals. They're just animals. And chimps, no matter how adorable they are on TV, whether you were watching them years ago on Ed Sullivan doing little backflips, or you watch them on the nature shows and the camera. Yeah, you ever see the one where they put the camera on the ground and the little chimp goes right up to the lens and his eyes get real big over by the camera lens. He pulls away. He's very curious. Oh, it's adorable. But they are wild animals with a strength you cannot even imagine. When you're getting limbs ripped off with just their hands, that they could grab your ankle and your foot and pull, and your foot comes right off your ankle.
And I can't lie to you. I'm a big. I think you know this. But I'm a big animal guy. Like
You love animals.
I love animals. Yeah. And I love when they do things like that.
I can't get enough.
I love when they attack.
Even after at stake of their own lives,
Yeah.
Because people are now like, this guy is now going to be Mr., you know, something has to be done with chimpanzees, you know? And it's like, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Some shark bites your leg off. It's like, it is what it is. It's a shark. It just doesn't have a
make a great point, too, because like when a shark does that, their first thought is we got to find the shark and kill it.
Destroy the shark. It is what
Or the mountain lions that take the hiker out. They're just doing what they're supposed to do on this earth.
They're doing their job.
Now as humans, we're like, well, this mountain lion obviously is crazy. We got to go find it and shoot it.
Imagine you're sitting down for a burger somewhere, you're eating, you're dabbing your ketchup off of your mouth with a napkin, and a cow just unloads on your head with a rifle because you're fucking eating. You're like, what the fuck what? I'm eating.
That just
I'm being a human.
Me, man.
We are so fucking pompous. Even better, the zoo shit. When you're stupid enough to reach your arm into the panda cage, and the panda now rips off your arm or whatever,
but they're adorable, the pandas.
And they rescue you, but now they got to kill the panda. Obviously, the panda was crazy.
Yeah, the panda's out of control. The elephant that just...
Why wouldn't they just make
goes bullshit, knocks the friggin' gates down? I love when they put the elephants in these big cages with those huge wooden gates and shut it, and the elephant at any time is looking, going, I could knock through that in a second. And right when I'm pissed off, that's what I'm going to do. And then one guy will do something like take the whip to a kneecap, trying to get him to kneel, and the elephant doesn't want to.
Yeah.
And then he does it one time too many.
Yeah.
Boom, over Johnny. Through the fence. He's going through a fucking mini-mart. He's in the parking lot throwing children in the air.
You ever touch a horse? You just put your hand on the power of a horse.
Yeah.
People kill me with the disrespect they have for animals, man. And when they do things like this, it's like, God bless you.
And it's great. You know, you kill the animal for doing what animals are supposed to do, especially, like we said, the elephant and in the zoo environment. But then, as humans, there's a horrific murder, some small kid.
Yeah.
You get the guy.
Gets a lawyer, talks about his upbringing, what happened to him, why he did this. It was self-defense. It was a raped when a kid.
And it's worse when we do it because there's thought process.
Right. But it's not just like, your food, I'm going to eat you.
But a stupid visitor at the zoo is poking a panda, so the panda, gets revenge. Oh, we got it. Obviously, we got to kill the panda.
Kill him. He's insane.
I love when this happens.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh every time when I see that shit on the news.
I tell you, I daydream all the time about clubbing a baby seal clubber. Just
a baby seal clubber.
Just clubbing the baby seal clubber. And I would love to do it.
I want to know what kind of guy can do that job. Can do that job. I don't care how hardcore you are. To take a club, and have you ever seen their little adorable face? It is about the cutest thing.
Anthony face.
They got their little eyes going blink, blink. Between a baby seal, I would say between a baby seal and a little puggle, a baby seal, the cutest, most adorable thing. There is nothing cuter than a little baby seal on the ice. They look up at you, whiskers are twitching. Look at the picture of them. It's adorable.
How can you do that?
And you're taking a club and bashing them over the head.
Before you take the bat to the head, you see the little thing going blink,
face,
blink.
And don't get me wrong, I don't care how many are left. I don't care if it's like, do you know we shouldn't club them because they're almost extinct, or you can get a synthetic fiber that feels like that. It has nothing to do with that with me. It's just that he's cute as a little bug's ear.
Just to smash him in the head. And
look at his eyes.
And I go, look at that little Anthony face. It's like, you know what it is?
If I was a Mexican, I'd try to take him to the bushes.
Can't you put chloroform on his face?
Something.
Can't you
chloroform him?
Can't you just...
You know, he's so cute, you could probably just sing him a lullaby, and he'd go right to sleep.
How can you do that?
I don't know.
Adorable.
I don't know.
I couldn't even club a rhinoceros. It's like
a big ugly rhino.
Like he just goes, ow!
You'd wind up, hit him once, he'd be all hurt, and you'd be, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rhino.
I'm sorry.
He just goes,
what's
that all about?
Why? Listen to this guy from Tennessee. Tim?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Back in the 40s, in the town where I live at, they had a elephant that went crazy during a circus and killed like 5 people. They hanged the elephant from a train crane because it was the only thing big enough that they could use to kill the elephant.
Yeah, they gave him a hanging. They hung him.
They hung that boy.
I did hear about this. I don't remember. It wasn't Jumbo, was it?
No, it was called Murderous Mary was her name.
Ain't that a guy?
Murderous Mary.
Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, there's a picture that Eric found of a guy getting ready to club a seal.
Don't show me
What
that,
is that
man.
guy thinking?
Don't show me that.
Does he go home and take his
I
kids
can't
to
even
soccer
look.
practice?
I can't even look.
It's looking up at him. It's talking to him.
I've been alive for 35 years, and I'm going to tell you something. Remember that show that used to come on, Those Amazing Animals?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's the number one thing that's bothered me in my entire... I don't have visions of things that's left in my head except for that.
Those Amazing
Animals.
Animals.
And what bothered me was not only that, is that the mother seals scream.
Yes,
when
they
that's
do.
happening, man.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to
It
the
is
chimp.
one of the
I
worst
would
things.
love to club a dude.
Well, here's a little payback from the animal world.
God bless this
It's
monkey.
the guy. What show is this on?
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. He was sitting there. They were interviewing him for the first time, I guess, live.
Thank you,
Oh, it's just the cutest thing. Look at that little head. You just want to take your index finger, go under his chin, and scratch it. Because you know the eyes would shut halfway, and its nose would twitch.
I hope the other monkeys, every time, they just do this in solidarity.
Put the fist in the air.
During monkey feeding time, they just do the 1972 Olympic fist.
Rip your balls off too, motherfucker.
All right, feeding time. Fuck you.
Chimp power.
Chimp power, baby.
So here's the story. We got to get into this because the audio is really good.
Yeah.
What is the story? They used to
own a chimp.
Own this chimp, right?
Not the same chimp that attacked them.
Oh, really?
No, they owned another chimp. The chimp got a little rambunctious around the house once it grew up, got a little violent, so they took it to this chimp preserve, or place where you could take
chimp farm.
The chimp farm. Well, on this chimp's birthday, they visit the chimp and whatever. So on this chimp's birthday, they brought the chimp a birthday cake. So they go into the enclosure to give their chimp the birthday cake. There's other chimps in there that are a little pissed off, I guess, that they're bringing this chimp the birthday cake. Run over, bite the woman's finger off. They bit her finger off. And then proceeded to attack the guy, ripping apart his face, his testicles. They ripped off his
soft,
testicles.
meaty testicles.
His soft, meaty testes were ripped from his body. And his foot. They ripped his foot off.
I thought they went after his fingers one at a time, too.
No, they were biting off his thumb.
Yeah.
That was just like the major things, was his face, his balls, and his foot. But his entire body was chewed. His butt, they rolled him over and started eating his ass. These chimps, insane. The
chimp tossed his salad?
They tossed his salad. They started eating his ass.
Woo!
And they finally got him away from him.
Like eating it, literally, not licking as we call eating.
No, taking like his buttocks, his cheeks, and biting chunks out of his ass cheeks.
And now the chimp is being represented by a Jewish lawyer.
A Jewish lawyer.
Oh, shit.
He was indeed hungry.
He was sick when he was offered the birthday cake. Chimp, what did you say?
Did he offer you any of this delicious birthday cake? Ladies and gentlemen, the jury, you heard him say no.
I said.
All right, here we go. Audio.
That's a bad motherfucking chimp.
Yeah.
Here's some of the backstory, and then we get the audio of the guy, the survivor.
Tony, we're going to turn next to the California man who was savagely attacked by the animals he loves, chimpanzees. It is the first time that St. James Davis has actually been able to speak because he had a 6-month hospital stay and more than 24 operations. St. James Davis and his wife became well known after adopting and raising a chimp in their home named Mo. But when they went to celebrate Mo's 39th birthday at an animal sanctuary last year, well, it was a terrible scene.
Yeah, it was.
Mo, Larry and Curly jumped in on the attack.
Well, here they describe the attack.
Why you? I hear he was poked in the eyes with the chimp's fingers. And then he should have put the palm of his hand up against the bridge of his nose to stop the attack.
Do you think it was all fury, or at some point the chimp was like, oh, what are we going to do to this nigga next? Let's chew his ass. I'm going to chew his ass out. And this guy's in pain, or it's just pure fury?
It is just this animal instinct. For something clicked in this chimp where that guy was a threat to the chimp. in some way, shape, or form. Sexually, a threat to his superiority among the other chimps. There's something that kicks into that chimp mind, and there's no sitting him down and going, dude, the chicks are yours, man. Take the cake. I'm leaving. I'm getting in the car. And the chimp is sitting there going, shaking his head. Oh, okay.
Real Greystoke shit going
that
on.
That shit is so primal and goes back so far behind before we were even rolling out of caves. That shit was there.
This goes deep into the DNA.
There's no reasoning.
We haven't even discovered that part of the DNA yet.
Dude, there's plenty of girls in
Dude, hey, no, I understand. They're your chimp girls. I'm not here for the chimp girls. Oh, okay.
All right.
Then we're cool.
I'm diabetic anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep the cake.
Keep the cake.
Baby.
All right, here we go. They describe the attack. Do they describe the eating of the balls on Good Morning America?
We'll have to say. It's a little risque.
Last March, a visit on Moe's birthday took a violent and tragic turn when two chimpanzees in nearby cages attacked St. James, mauling his body and face, nearly killing him. After months of intensive care, including an induced coma to help him heal, St. James finally returned home, disfigured but not disheartened from his lifelong love for Moe.
Boring.
Lifelong
mauled
love
his face,
for Moe.
Mauled his face and his body. They don't talk about the eating of the ass.
No, he's ripping off of his balls.
He ripped his
balls off. Ripped his foot off and ate his ass.
But they have to clean it up for Middle America.
But you know what? He had to. At some point, he had to be unconscious when this monkey just kept ravaging.
From what I heard, he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He was trying to fight it off. His wife was also trying to fight it off, and she lost a finger.
After the fact,
I'll beat a monkey's ass. I don't give a fuck. A goddamn chimp.
After the fact, they
are some powerful motherfuckers, man.
After the fact, they put him in a coma so he could heal. That's how much pain he was in.
Oh, they induced a
coma so he could heal.
So he could lay there without having to think that a chimp just bit his balls off.
So they could take.
I'd be yelling for a coma.
So they can take shoulder meat off and now sew it back to where his
patch it.
The asshole protection. The part of your cheek that protects your
asshole. They got to seal it up with his shoulder. They got to take some fucking Teflon balls and shove him in, make a sack out of his chin, like that fucking shit that hangs down when you're an old man from your chin. He grows whisker hair on his ball sack now. They just Frankensteining him together.
He doesn't have any more of the skin that tightens up when
you get scared.
He took his balloon knot, so it's just
it just ate all that ass.
Whole.
It's just whole and flatness. It's like when he sits in a chair. His asshole is directly like...
Oh, my God!
So let's hear from the guy. Here we go, the interview.
And so we turn to St. James Davis and his wife, LaDonna. They're joined by their lawyer, Gloria Allred. And we want to warn you that St. James' description of the attack is very, very graphic.
Yeah.
He's wearing a mask because, among other things, the chimpanzees who attacked him tore the nose right off his face.
And his nose.
Do you think you were going to die in all this?
I really did. I can remember Donna laying on... I don't know if she pushed the chimp off of me, but I know they shot the chimp and he fell on me, and I could feel LaDonna grabbing me, that it wasn't the chimp. I was trying to protect my head, too, and
wow, that didn't work.
LaDonna just kept saying, please don't die on me. Please don't die on me.
You remember that?
I remember that, but I just couldn't answer her at the time. I tried to talk. That was one of the hardest things in the hospital. I couldn't talk. Even the helicopter ride, they thought, take him to the coroner's office. A couple other hospitals refused to take care of me or thought I was too far gone. And if they did fix me with the heads bleeding, the skull injury, they figured I'd be a vegetable anyway.
Wow. Whoa.
Wow. A lawyer.
Ripped his nose off. Than brought up a good point. He saw the video, and you could hear the guy's voice. He sounds like that guy from the original Star Wars in the cantina. My friend doesn't like you. I don't like you. I have the death sentence in 5 sectors. The guy that gets his arm cut off by Obi-Wan. His nose is pushed aside. Kind of looks and sounds like that guy. Oh, who's this anorexic chick?
No, we were talking about this yesterday. The Insider with the anorexic chicks from overseas somewhere.
Oh, the anorexic twins?
Yeah, they weigh 45 pounds each. Wow. They are skin and bones under that sweater.
People are just fucked up.
This is all the rage on the Insider.
Like I would club them.
Yeah. Yeah, them I would club without even blinking an eye. But that little seal.
Asshole.
Oh.
I wonder if the other chimps are going to go like, because they're going to court.
Yeah.
He's suing. He's going to put the chimp in a suit. And other chimps are going to try to coerce the witnesses. Hey, look.
Oh, man. He's got to
like your balls?
Yeah, he's got to get something for that.
Ask your wife if she likes her vagina, because she could lose it, too. If you go.
I usually don't support the lawyers, but, man, when you get that damage done to you, at least... I don't know.
What do you sue? The monkey farm?
Who knows?
The monkey farm? It's your fucking monkey you would bring in the cake to.
The first lawsuit against God.
Yeah, sue nature.
I'm suing evolution.
Yeah.
Here's more of the interview.
Good.
As this happened, you say you can remember it blow by blow.
Yeah.
Did it feel like it went by in an instant, or did time stop and just go very slowly?
Well, like a professional fighter, they get a stool after about 3 minutes to sit on or rest or break time. This went on for maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I was so tired, and I was in so much pain, but I had to keep fighting. I kept telling Donna to get out of there or turn the water hose on them, and I never heard her response out of her, and this one with the 2x6 was just pounding the daylights out of me. And
a 2x6?
A couple times I'd put my arm up, and he'd hit my arm, or he'd hit my neck or back. It was just very excruciating pain.
Dude, he was beating him with a fucking board?
A 2x6?
He picked up a 2x6? Is that what he said?
Rage.
He goes, this one with the 2x6.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the ape.
No, it sounds like
some kind of chimp.
There might have been some kind of enclosure that they were able to grab a board from. That is fascinating that they picked up and used a simple tool.
Did you hear the question? Like, how fast was it going?
Yeah.
It's like...
Is it over in an instant?
It was going like this way. He was chewing his asshole out.
Get the hose. Get the hose. He's eating my ass. Oh, that's slow motion.
That's slow motion shit.
It took 3 minutes to say hole. And my ass.
Well, it's been 10 seconds, but at least I still have my balls. Oh, no.
Oh, at least I still have my balls.
Imagine. Well, 8 minutes in. Oh, that's an eternity.
Are you thinking that? Are you thinking that in that situation?
You gotta be thinking.
Are you thinking what body parts you still have?
Dude,
I think
gotta be.
And
are you watching?
Trying to live is like,
are you watching the chimp eat
your balls in your ass?
Eating the nose they pulled off your face?
You would think, right, that the chimp would do, like, if the chimp eats your asshole, that the anger you would have would make the chimp go, you know what, I did go too far.
Yeah, this might be too far.
Hold on. Okay, this has been fun. Did you just chew my asshole out?
Yeah.
Hold the fuck up. Hold up. You just chewed my asshole out, right? And the chimp goes, oh, man, I'm sorry about that. Like Hulkster. You ever see Hulk Hogan when he's getting beat up? And he just goes,
no. Yeah, no matter how hard he's getting hit, he gets up. He's like, You
would figure you would get as much anger as the chimp without your asshole.
Right.
Nigga, I know you done just eat my motherfucking asshole. Hold on, hold my shit, baby. Now put the hose down.
Yeah. Because now I'm pissed. Yeah, like the animals can sense fear and things like that. Can't they sense you're fucking pissed that you're getting your ass eaten by this guy? And like sit back and go, all right, maybe. Yeah, I took it too far.
Yeah.
And not just go, all right, let me grab his balls. I'm going to rip those off. And his foot and his nose.
Let's go to Mike from New York. Mike?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Some people call it a chimpanzee. I call it a monkey. Punching out.
You can punch out. You are in a ditch. Line. You are in a ditch full of burning jet fuel, my friend. That was a crash landing.
Oh, God.
Wow. Let's say hi to David in Ohio. David?
Hey, he certainly sounded like him. I was wondering if he looked like the guy from Hannibal that was
put the lotion
on Hannibal Lecter's head.
Oh, the guy after he ate his face when he was in the jail cell, and he like tore his face off so he could use it as a mask?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably did.
Here we go. More of the interview.
Hey, Mo. So since March 3rd, How many surgeries?
28.
28.
I've been through 28, and they roughly guess it's probably another 20 to go.
Mostly skin.
26 of them have been asshole surgery. One face, one ball, and 26 asshole surgery.
They're trying to reconstruct his asshole.
Calling an asshole specialist from Sweden. Calling Fruit Gang Huckelmann. He's a professional chimpanzee asshole.
We're bringing in our best ass man. We're flying him in.
Oh, this is a case I have never seen before. Did a chimpanzee eat your asshole? Very interesting case we must solve.
I'm calling the asshole specialist.
If I did not know any better, I would think an ape had eaten your asshole.
He did, you motherfucker. 28 surgeries, 20 to go.
20 more surgeries. We got 2 more balls and 62 more asshole ones. Your asshole be fixed right up.
They're just ravaging this guy like a junkyard Buick, trying to find a fender here. And
there'll be a time where he goes, listen, fuck it, keep my asshole the same. Just leave it alone. You know what? I'll take plastic surgery. Just fix my face up.
Just fucking using shoulder blades for his ass cheeks.
Reconstruction. Bionic asshole
How
surgery.
many parts can they get?
Probably another 20 to go.
Mostly skin grafts so far?
Yeah, they done mostly off my legs and my side.
And then prosthetically they have to rebuild a nose for you?
Yeah, I don't have a nose. Can't do Eskimo kissing.
Oh, my God.
That's a joke, but not a joke.
Yeah.
No, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. He's trying to be funny.
Can't do Eskimo kisses.
He wants to keep this guy like so emotionally in the gutter for this interview.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't do Eskimo because the guy should have said,
yeah, but he goes, that's a joke, but not a joke because you really don't have a fucking nose. And I'll remind you at every turn.
And you can't do the bump either. You fucking dick. The guy's trying to like cheer himself up.
Yeah.
Would you stay with your wife if she had an asshole chewed out? Hey, wait a minute. Would she stay with you like, motherfucker, you couldn't hit her with the goddamn hose?
I know. The wife was probably just doing nothing.
Get this monkey off me!
Or maybe she was getting some payback from their relationship. Yeah, I'm going to get the hose.
I'm going to get the hose. Chew his asshole out. Chew his asshole out. Come on, Schnookums.
We have one more clip.
Now, you've got all these surgeries, St. James, to go through still. You have a lot of nursing care to go through, and yet you feel no bitterness toward these animals.
Well,
little.
I know they had to shoot him, otherwise I wouldn't have been alive.
I should point out Mo was not part of this attack, right, LaDonna?
No, and I only got one glimpse of him as I was going to the dirt to fall, and I looked directly at Mo, and he was scared to death. I don't think he realized what was even happening.
Mo.
I would suspect, though, St. James, it would be awfully hard to go back to the scene where you got so viciously attacked.
I really don't want to go back to the scene. I'd like to have him maybe put elsewhere. I would feel a lot better if we could be together again. I doubt if he even knows if I'm still alive.
But we're hoping that they're going to be able to see him.
Is that
we're working on that.
You get impatient, I know, but all good things in time.
Yeah.
You take care. All the best to you. LaDonna, thanks. Gloria, thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Don't let the doorknob hit you.
All right, next.
You're chewed up.
Are you serious, dude? It's like, and poor Mo, and you know what happened? Let me tell you, because I got a tank full of goddamn cichlids. Animals bitch other animals up. You understand? Like some fish, they just, you know who the boss is. That poor Mo was sitting there like, if he could tell him, don't come in here, man.
He probably knew
Karma
beforehand.
Is a dick.
Yeah, that this motherfucker is going to just eat your ass if you set foot in here.
Mo is bitched up. Mo's like, hey, man, you know, don't come in here. Do not come in here. Mo got, like, he wasn't in control in the house, and I bet you he could come back home now and be in control because he dealt with the guy that chewed out his master's asshole. Wow.
They had to shoot him, though.
And then now Mo's going to attack him because he's going to go, Mo. And he's going to go, who is this scary nigga?
This guy.
You better get out of here with no asshole. Where's my daddy?
He had an ass.
My daddy had an asshole. Yeah, but Conga ate it. No way.
Oh, boy. Testicles, Mo. We're going to eat some asshole. Hey, Mo, come on over. Hey, Mo looks scared.
Mo just sitting in the corner as Larry and Curly eat this guy's ass.
He's just in the fetal position in the corner of the cage.
You'll grab his foot. I'm going to bite his nose off.
Oh, my God.
What an awful, awful thing to have happen.
I'm starting to feel the pain of that. It's just.
I know.
Starting? You had to get through the asshole protection meat. Like, there's your
a lot of
your
meat
butt
protecting
cheek, but there's
that, yeah.
asshole protection.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, he got to the asshole.
And the balls.
This guy must be an excruciating everything.
Every day.
Every day.
And how obscure is it? It's like, you know what? Hey, man, yeah, I was a survivor of a terrorist attack, or I was tortured. But it's like, you know, it's so uncool to go, yeah, monkey.
A monkey
got
fucked
my
me
ass.
up.
So it's like, you're that fucked up from a monkey attack, nigga?
Yeah.
What?
It's not like being in Afghanistan and you're shooting at some motherfuckers and they shoot back and clip you and you lose an arm or something.
Yeah.
And I took out 3 of them and we were, you know.
You should see them.
Yeah.
You can't even say you should see the monkey.
You should see the monkey, man.
No.
Fucking monkey kicked your ass and there was nothing you could do about it.
That monkey sitting around, well, he killed him, but he would have been sitting around eating a walnut. Other monkeys, they wouldn't even been going, man, that was some ill shit you did to that asshole.
No.
It was like...
Business as
like,
usual.
You can brag about that. Yo, you went off on that nigga. Man, what happened? Yo, man, you know, you came up in here, right? And then, you know, he just, you know, I didn't like the way he looked at me, so I'd pull his balls off, nigga.
They could have thrown him in Rikers and he'd have gotten off.
But that's a threat that if you made to somebody when he's getting ready to fight him, it would be so obscure, like, nigga, I'll chew your asshole out.
Rip your foot off your nose.
I'll take your balls off and chew your asshole out. You better shut your mouth.
Let's go to Dave in Massachusetts. Dave.
Ramon gets me an asshole. Punch it out.
All right. Hey, we should take a break, Anthony.
All right.
Before we go to break, one last thing. You know this arch enemy thing?
Oh.
The meeting with an arch enemy.
Arch enemy.
I'll play this audio that Tom came up with, and then I have an update, okay?
An update?
A very good update, yes. Your friends become your enemies, and your enemies become your friends. A lot of people talking.
Isn't it funny when you read the message board, the speculation thread, and they grab like a word that was said during a sentence and just run with it, and it's completely wrong.
BCN and Oedipus.
That is
great.
Right. Love reading those.
And then we hate everyone that was at WAF. Jeremy. Tim Sabian, Jim Brewer used to be a great
taking a meeting with an arch enemy in the very near future. With an arch enemy.
You got to think they're going to help us eventually.
I believe this meeting will be going down in the very near future.
You're meeting with Mr. Pat Morita?
No joke. An arch enemy. We might not have a choice. Might not have a choice at this time.
That's how I'm justifying this stupid meeting, by the way. It all makes sense now. It has to happen. It has to happen, Anthony. This enemy now would be a friend.
Beyond AM, Beyond FM, it's XM.
It has to happen, Anthony. You lose all your friends, and then your enemies become your new friends. The arch enemy?
Yes.
Will be revealed on Friday.
Friday?
On Friday.
Ooh, the big reveal.
The big reveal will be on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This definite?
Huh?
This is definite?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's when the press release...
Oh, there's a press release.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. The arch enemy has been hired.
Oh, it's been done.
The arch enemy has been hired.
When's the meeting? Before or after the press release?
Probably after now.
After now.
Feeling a little bit under the weather. Had to cancel a lot of meetings.
Didn't the meeting have some influence on whether this person was coming on board or not?
It will all be revealed Friday.
Be revealed.
Very dramatic. And to DirecTV, Anthony.
Isn't that great?
That is very, very cool. We'll be heard all over Canada and on DirecTV.
We're already international online.
Yeah?
You get XM online. We've heard from people in Iraq.
We had some dude from Nova Scotia. He didn't get on the show, but he was calling in. We didn't get to him in time. 911 audio from the tornado thing from Indiana.
Tornado thing.
Oh, the tornado thing. Very tragic.
911 call?
Yes. Let's go to it, see what this is about.
See what it's about.
In southern Indiana, residents of a mobile home park destroyed in Sunday's deadly tornado will be allowed home today. They are being given a couple of hours to search the wreckage for personal belongings. Meanwhile, we are now hearing frantic 911 calls that victims made in the wake of that storm.
Evansville 911. Oh my God, there are cars upside down. Do I need to go see if there are people in these houses? There's no houses, sir. There's nothing. There are no houses. There's nothing around us. My brother's bleeding and so is my son.
We got people trapped in these trailers out there.
Sir, we have got everybody coming as quickly as they can.
Okay, so I hear people screaming everywhere.
22 people died in the storm. Dozens are still in the hospital.
That's just nuts. Are there people in those houses?
No, there's no trailer left over here. There's trailer park.
Is this God's thing? Is this God's will again?
Of course it is. The finger of God.
Yeah, man.
Just goes down there flicking fucking towns.
Poof. That shit is insanity, man.
I was thinking about these national disasters the last couple days, and some people are like, yeah, I see, it's it's just attacking the poor people and the people that we don't really need on this earth, and New Orleans, look who they took out, blah 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 blah. And I was thinking about that, like, that's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, but rich people, they deal with different disasters.
Well, no, what it comes down to, though, with these natural disasters, a long, long time ago, our ancestors figured this shit out for us.
It was trial and error, and thank you.
Out. I bet you there was a time they tried to build a city in Tornado Alley and said, you know what, this shit ain't going to work.
Nah.
This ain't working, so we're going to move to a place that's a lot safer than this.
Then they tried down in New Orleans, and all of a sudden they get a flood from a hurricane.
And
say, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. We got to stay away. Maybe we'll move a little further up the coast.
The educated people with the money figure this.
Let's face it, South Florida's not a whole bunch of poor people. You know what I'm saying?
No, but they get the hurricanes.
Yeah. The hurricanes are serious business.
But see, the whole Florida thing is a new phenomenon. I mean, with the old people moving down there.
Well, what, 30 years?
Not much more than that, but I'm talking about this other shit. Our ancestors, people that we have no idea what their names are in our own families, figured this stuff out.
Fires always are burning up some rich people, and mudslides is always rich people dealing with mudslides.
That's California. California with the earthquakes and the mudslides. There's really nowhere you can go. You might as well abandon the state.
Yeah, but then that comes down to people just saying, I know the risk, but man, look at the view. Fuck it. Beautiful. I'm gonna go for this. I'm talking about as a whole society. They decided not to build New York City in the middle of Tornado Alley. They knew it just would never work.
New York City has a day after tomorrow coming very soon.
What?
On one of those gigantic tidal waves is on the way here.
Ice Age tidal wave thing.
Shut up.
As soon as the Canary Islands fall in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
I watched that shit. It's on the way here, man.
The butterfly flaps his wings over Africa.
And the side of the Canary Mountains the Canary Islands are gonna fall in the ocean.
Make it a tsunami.
And it's gonna be a giant tsunami.
We even figured out all the risks a long time ago. Yeah, that may happen, but come on, stop.
And we're on the fault line.
Stop.
New York City's on the fault line.
Yeah, but
those 113th and between 113th
when was the last time
and 46 feet there's a fault line?
When was the last time you felt a shake, rattle, and roll?
Earthquake.
Every once in a while you wake up and say, "Hey, we had an earthquake last night." Really?
Did you feel it? No. Feel a thing.
Some dopey broad in the middle of some suburb felt it.
We got something natural, something coming. 18 feet of snow. Something delicious is going to happen.
Unnatural.
Yeah,
shit.
but we figured it all out. We figured out the odds. We don't live in where it snows like a mother and all that.
And I'm happy about that.
A long time ago, we started paying attention, going, all right, well, wanted a little warmer.
We get fucking 767s. That's what we get.
But the weather was a lot different, man. There's a lot of things happening. Industry causes a lot of bad weather, man. Like,
Yeah.
There's hurricane. There's been 26 Category 12s. Since like August, there's only been one Category 5 ever before.
Can't that
the
shit
6th
just
this year.
happen?
It just happened.
Can it just happen?
Yeah. It's the world.
Do you know
is
back
getting,
in the
the world's
30s,
getting pissed off, man.
back in the 30s and 40s, this country was pumping out more goddamn coal. There was like a constant layer of smoke over the country. We've actually cleaned our shit up.
Yeah, and we really did.
Yeah. Back in the old days.
And we just notice more now because of 20
smokestacks. When was the last time you drove around and just saw black smoke billowing out of smokestacks as like chang, chang as Model Ts are flying out of a factory. Chang, chang,
that makes
chang.
a good point. We have cleaned up our shit pretty good. We're getting
fucking
there.
clean.
We haven't cleaned it up.
It's
clean that shit up.
It's this around-the-clock news and stuff. We're just paying more attention. Anthony brought up a good point a few weeks back saying, hey, there was a time hurricanes and tornadoes and all this shit happened. You didn't have a warning, and you never even read about it.
You're sitting on the beach
you had
in
no
fucking
idea.
the Gulf, and all of a sudden, such a nice day, but some clouds are rolling in, and there's just swirling death a few miles off there. You think we should leave?
Hey, all the...
we'll just get a little rain.
I think it'll do a little rain.
The ocean just sucked away for 6 miles.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go shell collecting. I bet we get some good shells 6 miles out.
Oh, there's some fish laying right there. Bass, let's get some.
We're gonna eat good tonight.
Listen, I
want to go back in time and live where all this horrific shit was happening and you don't even have a clue. There must have been a time and
none.
In the land we're sitting on right now, just living our lives, and on the other side of the world, just millions of people are dying, and you would go through your entire life and have no fucking clue.
You know that there are people that it's not that people feel. There's people still living on the side of Mount Vesuvius. There's still people living in Pompeii or whatever the fuck. No one moved.
Yeah, but that was the first thing we figured out. Obviously, all right, we're not going to build a city here. It's
no
trial
volcanoes.
and error. It's trial and error. That's why
smarter here.
That's why a lot of these national disasters happen in the poor areas.
Because they're the people that moved in. Because they're the people that moved in.
Mother Nature's like a Republican?
Why build a nice house in Tornado Alley when it's going to get destroyed, when you can just wheel your trailer home in?
How about the fires every week where rich people live?
Where's that?
Someone in the back.
Colorado woods, the
big fires that burned down all those houses.
All those rich white people's homes.
Yeah,
because that's no, he doesn't have a point.
That's Mother Nature?
Yeah, but then there's also people that are just stubborn and in general. I'm talking about as a group. We figured this shit out. There'll always be the stubborn people going, fuck that, I'm building my, a multi-million dollar house in the middle of Tornado
When was the
Alley.
last time you saw a major city consumed by a forest fire?
See, that's what I'm saying.
That shit don't happen because they say we're not going to build it there because that's where the fires happen. But you'll get like, I'm going to build my mansion right here on this hill.
So what made the people build New Orleans where they built it? Black people didn't build New Orleans, but
it was a great port city. So wherever the port cities were, that's where cities would pop up. But to not just make it a port city and then build around it, live there, people should have stayed fucking back. Stayed back. Let the railroads go in, pick up your goods, and take them to where the water doesn't come up every so often.
Those Ohio floods that happen twice a goddamn year, those aren't a bunch of poor people. I don't think that. My point is,
it's Ohio.
It's Mother Nature. It makes decisions. This city has got something coming.
No, but
you think it does?
You look at
75 feet of snow.
They got the map of America right there.
Yeah.
You know where the shit is most likely to happen. And our ancestors figured that out a long time ago. Moved out of those areas. The rich and
big one is coming
more fortunate.
Forever.
California.
In California.
Yeah, the big one.
They keep warning us. It's like, hey, we don't know when, but the big one is coming. There's an asteroid with our name on it somewhere.
Well, the asteroid, we're all fucked. We're all doomed.
When it happens because this planet gets bombarded every day with something from outer space. It's just a big block of cheese is about to hit.
Small enough, it burns up. We have our protection. But the big one, you just got to hope the Earth's turned a certain way. It's not on your house.
It happens to be
on the
poor
other
people.
side of the Earth.
I feel bad.
It's just a thought I had.
But poor people,
I just thought the ancestors figured out the good areas to live
poor
and
white
moved
people.
out of these
poor white
areas.
people.
Poor white people.
Poor white people get the tornadoes. You never fucking see black people going, everything was just taken away in 1 second. All that.
New Orleans, when's the last time you could think of, and I'm not a history goddamn major, but when's the last time you heard of a bunch of black people really, we deal with violence most of the time, poor black people, but when's the last time you heard of poor black folks besides New Orleans dealing with some goddamn wind or some water?
You're right, or big snow, or...
Never!
You are absolutely right.
This is a poor white people problem.
Because they live in the urban areas, and like we were saying, it's been figured out where to put urban areas.
Why wouldn't they put, if it's racism like that, why wouldn't they make the biggest projects in Tornado Alley?
See?
Let them niggas deal with that wind.
Because we need to get our drugs, man. We don't want to travel too far.
Not only that, by the time we figured that shit out, you guys were already onto us. And we go, I'm not moving there.
You hunkies. There you go.
Trying to put us in the middle of the
tricky cracker wind. There you go. Doing what you do.
Let me tell you, this is a paradise, Tyrone. You're going to move into this place. It's going to be wonderful. Where is it? Kansas. It's in Kansas. And
just this luxury fucking apartment building.
Kansas.
Kansas, Kentucky. Built a couple of them.
Yeah. That's where them Jayhawks are, right? Oh, yeah, beautiful Jayhawks.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Tyrone in Kansas. That shit it's amazing, man.
Wind kills white
Mother
people.
Nature, that's the arrogance, right? Right there. The arrogance, that's why people get their assholes eaten out, is because there's nowhere you can go to stop the God's wrath.
No.
Nowhere.
There's no fixing it. Eventually, you're probably right. Eventually, New York will have some huge natural disaster.
Something nasty got to happen.
I think we're much more in danger of ourselves, technology, terrorism,
we're
things like that.
Oceanside City or something, whatever the water. We're on the Atlantic, aren't we, somewhere?
Yeah, but nothing happens here. There isn't this big fucking fault line running that's going to make a tsunami.
Yeah,
the water isn't crazy. It's not.
And we got a bumper called Long Island.
Long Island, a little buffer there.
A little buffer.
That's nice.
Keeping everything.
Long Island.
You know.
Fuck it. What's really going to happen?
Exactly. It's just a stupid theory I'm working on.
You keep working on that one.
Just poor people dealing with this situation.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking the ancestors. We had all of America. We're like, all right,
covered wagons, settled down, built a little village.
Shit out, going, all right, let's build a town here. Oh fuck, there's too many tornadoes, so we'll move it a little further this way, a little further that way.
Like why Chicago? Because Chicago's in the Midwest with all that.
Yeah, but there's
horse shit.
It's another port city though, Chicago.
Chicago,
right on the lake.
What?
Right on the lake. A lot of commerce comes into Chicago on the lake.
On the lake?
The Great Lake.
There's a Great Lake.
But isn't only...
There were a lot of
There's no outlets. Is there an outlet for that lake?
You could get up into Canada. You could get out. Didn't Lewis and Clark find a way? Or that other two guys?
I don't know. The lakes they're massive, man. And there were a lot of
Henry
cities.
Hudson.
There were a lot of cities on the lake, and now they're not rebuilding those areas anymore because they don't want to live there.
Where's that?
Like Buffalo.
Oh,
has its problems.
Well, see, now that's a stupid city. That's the dumbest city in the United States.
They had a lot of industry up and down.
I'll say it,
Buffalo.
and down
the coast to the right. That lake there.
That is somewhere that
Buffalo the dumbest city?
Years ago, when Opie was talking about when we would trial and error, you set up a little village. If it lasts, it builds, it gets bigger and bigger. If it gets blown away or frozen over or something, you move on. You go somewhere else. Buffalo, for some reason, decided, hey, this place is a fucking freezer, but let's stay here. And every year they get snowed in to where, you walk down the sidewalks and the snow is over your head, right?
Yeah. I spent like 3 winters there.
There's no reason
gotta be snowing
to have a major city in that kind of cold. So. But God bless them.
Wow,
sit there watching
they just knew where to build them. Like they built them there and they said, oh shit, this is long wind right here. Let's get
towns, how many of these like booming fucking honky-tonk piano-playing saloon places just blew away?
Yeah.
But
like,
then
who
was alive to go, maybe we should... Listen to me. It would take too many years for trial and error to go.
Couple of hundred.
You know what? That's where the Doppler comes in. That's where you go. Oh, that people move now. They didn't move then. They stayed.
No, I think their town blew away and they said, "Fuck this! Pack up the wagon. We're going."
Yeah, we're gonna.
And then they'd hook up somewhere else.
We're gonna move to higher ground or what have you.
They talk to some people and go, "Did your town ever blow away here?" And they go, "No." All right, we'll build.
Then they lick their index finger and go, "Okay, this feels okay here. All right,
the finger 5,000.
The finger 5,000.
This took hundreds of years, and I think we're still trying to figure that out.
Still trying to figure it out. Yeah,
definitely.
Now we get hit by those 100, 200-year storm things that happen and go, see, we didn't know.
Arizona's becoming the new rage for the old people, right? Maybe
because of no pollen but it's 112
all the old
degrees.
people said all the old people said, "Fuck, we could get around America a lot faster. Let's move south and live in Florida." Right? But now maybe they're starting to figure out it wasn't the greatest idea after all, and now they're trying out Arizona. It's happening as we speak.
It's 10,000 degrees. People, you can't escape it.
It's happening as we speak, but in general, I think our ancestors figured this shit out.
I like dealing with the snow. I'll take the snow. I feel comfortable that even if there's some evil snowstorm, that we could still make it.
You've been to L.A.? They don't have a lot of large buildings.
Well, because of the earthquakes, man.
Yeah. Well, there was a time they were building large buildings, and they kept being knocked down, saying, "What the fuck are we doing?"
True. San Francisco had to be knocked down a few times before they realized you can't just.
But why didn't they realize get out of there? See, that's going to your thing.
Okay, I think
why not? Let's get the hell out of here.
It was later on, and they started looking at it and going, This is a great place. We can beat this shit.
Yeah.
Let's start putting shock absorbers in the building.
We are pompous
and stuff. We can beat this shit.
We can beat this shit. Yeah. So we'll just build shorter buildings.
Shorter buildings.
And that's our problem. We can beat this. You might as well just live as best you can.
But everyone jokes about Tornado Alley and, why don't they leave? It's just poor people. They're just...
That can't just go.
Where else are they going to go?
That's what they got. That's it for them.
You just can't just get up and go when you're poor. And if you don't have a big extended family somewhere, where are you going to go? I'm just... You know what? I think I'm going to go on to New York. Let's rustle up the horses and ride out of...
Jed, pack up the car. We're going to New York.
What businessman that owns a big company is going to take the chance to build like a huge Walmart in the middle of Tornado Alley? Seriously.
Well, there are a few of those, but...
Well, you think, okay, let's take it when they finish building the new World Trade Center, right?
Yeah.
Are business people going to still rent office space in there?
Yeah, because just like San Francisco thought they had the earthquakes figured out and fixed it, we can fix it.
Yeah.
Now we got defenses in place. Odds are it's going to be very hard for them to get a hold of a few fucking passenger jet airlines these days. Very hard for them to pull that off again. That's a one-time deal.
Let's say hi to Jim in Colorado. Jim?
Oh, hey, how's it going there? I was just calling to say that most of our cities and stuff like Boston and Chicago were Indian villages.
Yeah, the Indians
they've been here for quite some time.
They had a few hundred years themselves to figure out where to live.
Yeah,
that's right. And then we killed them with
killed those motherfuckers.
I'm glad he said that. That's funny. Well, we murdered them all, took their land because they said, "Damn, these Indians are living pretty damn good."
They did all the work for us, and then we swept in and said, "Yeah, this is a good place to live."
Don't build here. Winter, no buffalo come. No, build 'em here. Big wind sent down to destroy planes. We live... Oh, so you're saying here's cool? Yes, here, good place. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You know something? That's actually genius, man. Anything that makes sense to me, man. That makes a lot of sense. The Indians came. They were here. How long you been here?
Many moons.
Many moon. And it's like, all right, nice talking to you. Here's some liquor and some corn. Nice talking to you.
Anything bad happen here? No, but last village, big spinning wind god come. Take village away. Spinning wind god. Okay, we don't live where spinning wind god is.
Right.
I gave my daughter last month. Me give daughter last month. Still spinning wind god.
Spinning wind god. Then we move further, so more warmth, and we go to water. But then big spinning water god come and take village away. Oh, we're spinning water god. I don't like the sound of him. Where else to go?
I like the sound of him.
Went west, further toward where sun set 'em, and then
Big shaky God, shake our village down.
I'm glad you're seeing it my way finally.
But the Indians,
there's some logic in this.
That's okay.
There's some logic in this.
I go with that because at least it gives the Indians the. I like a story that makes white people the villain.
The bad guy.
Opie's story, white people was like, "Hey man, we came here and we were building. That is what we did." But it's like, okay, the Indian thing I can go with.
I said like answer. I mean, a long time ago. I mean, Tornado Alley is not all of a sudden going to be the East Coast.
Big
spinning Wyndham God. We absolutely, as white people, we're not the bad guys in that either. I got to defend Whitey when it comes to the Indians and the United States of America. Patrice is looking at me like I'm insane.
How? You know what? That's so outrageous. Please defend slavery first.
First.
That's so outrageous that you would say we're not the bad guys in this?
I have to explain why.
That's why they own these casinos now, because of your goddamn guilt for what you did to them.
That's not guilt. That's them finally coming around and saying, let's assimilate and find out how to make some money off of these white people.
No, that's like because they said, okay, listen, this is what we fucked you over so bad. We're going to give you this land, and we're not going to. Our government has nothing to do with what you do. So they got smart and built fucking casinos, and they can't tax them.
Right.
They can't do all of that shit. It was classic. We're sorry for what we did.
Right, because we'd have absolutely been able to say we're going to tax you, we're going to do this, and go fuck yourself. What are you going to do about it?
Right, man, it's guilt.
But in the beginning here, I'm talking when we first came over as a race of explorers and conquerors.
Criminals!
Well, no.
You know what?
It's a different time now. Let me ask you something.
It sure is.
You ever play Monopoly?
Yes.
Doesn't your strategy change from the beginning of the game to the middle to the end of the game?
Yes.
The beginning of the game of what I call civilization on Earth.
Okay.
I call it the beginning of imperialism myself.
It was different. You went somewhere. If you were stronger than who was there, you took their shit. If someone else was stronger than you, they took your shit. Up until a certain point when we started figuring out maybe this isn't right now because of the times we're living in. But at the beginning, it was all a matter of coming over, kicking ass, and taking the property.
Conquering.
The beginning of Monopoly. What do you do? Click, click, click. Move your dog, move your thimble. Buy it. I'm buying this. I'll buy that. Everything you land on, you buy. Then once you have the shit, now you start negotiating. I'll trade you Park Place for all the yellows.
But how do you trade what you took?
It's the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
You're a conqueror. You're
right.
leaving your nation, going to some unknown land.
Those weak engines.
That was the time. If they can't hold their shit.
The criminals came from England with muskets.
Criminals.
And pellet ball these poor people who all they had to do was relax.
They didn't know
turkey.
They could have come here, and there could have been 50-foot giants with laser beam eyes and kicked their fucking ass. The balls they had to come over here, not knowing who was over here.
You motherfucker.
It was their luck that there was some fucking travoid dragon not invented the wheel yet, motherfuckers.
You know what, Anthony? Massa Johnson was an adventurer. I just realized that.
It was a stroke of luck that there were people that hadn't even invented the wheel yet that was sitting here hunting, living off the land, that we could come here and kick their ass and take their shit.
But that's not a defense for
It is absolutely. That is what was happening in the world back then. It was the norm. That is absolutely, it was accepted behavior in this world.
So now it's not accepted behavior.
Right, the game changed.
So, but we still embrace the what you're saying, how we got it, that this country knows it was wrong, but you still embrace what you did. You realize the ideology is wrong, but you still embrace what you did.
I do.
It wasn't wrong.
A lot of people don't. It's not a popular ideology to have. I embrace it.
Give it back to the Indians.
I look at it like
it wasn't wrong for the time.
No, you hopped on ships.
That's all the rage, conquering.
Well, it was conquering. That's what people did back then. What are you doing? I'm an explorer. I'm a conqueror. Yeah. That was pretty much it.
When you look back now, it looks a little ugly, sure, but at the time, it wasn't wrong.
Balls you had to have to hop on a wooden ship. Take a couple of months to cross an ocean.
Why? When you was relaxing in Spain.
Because you needed more land.
To send your people where?
To kick some ass, to be the top dog.
But there was never immigration till 1900. The criminals. Let me tell you.
How could you be a criminal when there was no one had a say on who owned what?
Because England threw the stinking pilgrims out. That's what Australia is. Australia is a prison colony. A bunch of criminals that England got rid of. This country was founded by criminals. There's no explorers.
No, Australia's different. The criminals were sent over there.
And so they were sent here. The pilgrims were fucking criminals from England.
Right. They were having problems with the English government. They were adventurers.
Oh, yes, they were.
You know, they get the fuck out of our country. That's what they were. They weren't like explorers.
Okay, I'll give you that they were get the fuck out of our country, but they were explorers. They didn't know what was in there. They didn't know what was over here.
They were thrown out. If I throw you out the house... Okay, here's what they call homeless people now. Homeless people should be called explorers. Because you throw a motherfucker out. It's like he's an explorer now because he lives in a box 80 blocks away. Hey, this motherfucker just explored 12th Avenue. I invented 12th Avenue. You know I found it. I found it. They weren't explorers.
They were sent over. Columbus was sent over as an explorer to explore the New World.
He was a conqueror. I give you him. And he didn't even conquer everybody, but he was a conqueror.
Well,
that guy was a conqueror. Hey. England was conquerors.
How about the tribes in Africa? You don't think they were doing the same shit?
They're still doing that shit.
Yes,
those motherfuckers are still cutting each other up.
You don't think the tribes in Africa are looking for better places to live? And
can I be honest with you? I'm going to be honest with you two white gentlemen.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you something about my history.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One thing that I never grasped, and I have to grasp, somebody has to teach me this, is how because that's the first thing white people say when it comes to slavery. You sold yourself.
Right.
I don't understand what that means. I don't understand how black people had to do with slavery. I don't get it.
There's the village head muckety muck guy who would make a deal with the Europeans that would come over with the boats and sell his people or another tribe that they would capture to the whitey.
So Roots was a lie. That white people just came in with a couple of things and tied around your neck and stole some black people?
I think it would be difficult for a bunch of Europeans to circumnavigate the jungles to go finding you guys and bringing them into a boat.
Go find you guys.
I think it's easier to get a muckety muck that knows the lay of the land.
Go find you guys.
Who needs their ass?
You put a middleman in there. He knows where the good spots are.
You go risk getting your ass eaten.
You think I could stay on the shore here close to the boat?
Come run out the jungle. They eat assholes. Don't go in there. Motherfucker,
fuck that.
And don't come back,
Make a deal with somebody that knows the lay of the land.
Y'all just accept that shit. White people always think a way to absolve themselves from guilt. It's like, hey, that's what they was doing back then, conquering. Hey, y'all, we made deals.
Once we figured out you guys actually were human beings, then that's when the problem started, and it had to be remedied, and slavery had to be abolished. But at first,
I don't believe slavery. I don't believe slavery. This could. You gotta give us. I don't think it was personal at first.
Right.
It's business. Because now I just don't think that black people aren't slaves because anybody became good people. I just think, what you gonna do? Have a nigga fax something? Fax this nigga? Or hey, we
got educated. You gotta give us a break, man.
Like word process this shit, motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's like, I think that it became...
It just reached a point where slavery wasn't a viable thing anymore?
It wasn't, because I don't think that we're not slaves because it's such a wonderful place now. It is what it is. It's just no place for it. When the cotton gin came around and it can pick thousands more pounds of cotton an hour than a black guy, they're just like, hey, who needs slavery? Nice talking to you. And I'm not saying, it wasn't racist, because that was one of the things implemented to keep us in control. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But it was also Lincoln's idea of fucking the South.
Right.
The South ran on slaves. And you take that away, and now you're fighting a war with the South. All of a sudden, you take away what does their work,
That's why Lincoln wasn't this, I love black people.
Right, no.
Free the slave. This is morally reprehensible, and that's like the selling point. But the truth of the matter was, I want to break the South's spine. That's what we're going to do.
I think that this country is like you said, poor people. It's a thing for poor people. It's very sensible to put a poor white man. The best weapon you can use against a poor white man is convince him that this country's yours. And really, it's not yours. It's to convince him, like, hey, man, you know what? There's a nigga living better than you. Some rich white guy going, a nigga's down the street living better than you. Go get him, white man. This is the white man's country. Go get him. Go get him. Because it's a dream you selling, that entitlement shit where you go, how the hell can I be broke? How can I watch, this is why white people hate T.O., and how can I watch this nigga who's making this much millions of dollars, and I should be doing that, and this is my goddamn country.
Do you think that thinking is still going on widespread?
Motherfucker, people from Poland...
Entitlement.
People from Poland are in the Klan saying, get out of my country. Polish descendants are saying, go back to Africa or whatever you're going to do. And I'm like, you just got here last week. Your people just got here, you Polak. How can you be racist? It's not the fault of the people that we're this way when it comes to racism. We need racism to keep it going.
I don't think it's racism, though. I don't think it's race. I think it's just economics. I think any poor guy looks and goes, I'm entitled, white, black, or anything. Black guys will walk around all the time and go, I ain't working at McDonald's, motherfucker. I see this guy at IBM making money. I ain't fucking... And it's like, how about you start there and work yourself up? Some TV show.
It was on last night. No motherfucking McDonald's?
No, it's people seem entitled. Yeah, they look at other more successful people, black or white, and go... what the fuck? Why is this guy living better than me?
It's more divide and conquer. Because most of the McDonald's is nothing but young black kids, but that's another fuel for these goofy Africans and Haitians that come over, and they go, they do what you did, because there's a Haitian doing an impression of a black kid going, I ain't going to work at no motherfucking McDonald's. So that they go, how can they do this when they had the thing with the thing in McDonald's? I work so hard to make not just a 1 cent, a cent. They pay you $5 an hour just to flip a burger.
Well, here's a question I got.
Get on, man.
Here's a question I got. Why are you guys still holding a grudge?
What? We have to.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why.
We turned you on to America.
You know what? Let me tell you what.
This is a great place.
Let me tell you
what wouldn't be here if it wasn't
America.
for us.
Ready?
Jesus.
Ready? Here is the problem.
All right.
And we had nothing to do with this shit, but you take it out on us.
But you take whiteness. Whiteness and blackness. This is another thing. We have that color thing that black people took black. Like I said, I'm half Bayesian. Like, I'm really not from slavery. For real. Like, my family, it doesn't go back that far. But I take slavery. You take whiteness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you have a personal history. You're not a colonial white guy who owned a slave. You're Irish, right?
No.
What are you?
I'm a mutt.
Then you're not,
I'm a
here's
little
the
bit
problem that
Italian.
black people have. Ready? Here's the fucking problem. The reason why it seems that Jews, right, have moved on from the Holocaust, meaning the Holocaust is a separate entity from their existence. They go, this is a part of our history, but they done moved on.
Never to be forgotten.
Never to be forgotten.
But they will still do business with a smile with Mercedes-Benz.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what happened with black folks? Here's the problem. I said this years ago. We do not have a Hitler. We do not have a group that we can go, like white people are our Hitler. We have a color that we just don't like white people because that's the mustache y'all got. The white skin is the Hitler mustache. There's no finality for us. It's just like, okay, you free, nigga. Can we have, like, this guy, John Skimpenbrook, who started slavery? We don't even have we don't have the originator of slavery. If we had a picture of the motherfucker.
No closure.
No closure.
You need the guy.
We need something to go, hey, America is great, but you got to still be...
You need a guy that can be put up on a dartboard.
That we can go, okay, white person, I don't have to dislike you just because you're white. I can dislike Hitler face over here.
Right.
You need a symbol.
Jews have Hitler. And about 8 other motherfuckers you can name by name. Himmler, Heimlich, Mengele. They got
watch that Heimlich maneuver. That's when they sweep around the outside.
Is it Heydrich? Not Heimlich. Heydrich. Whatever.
Heinrich.
Where would your people be if it wasn't for slavery? Would you have come over to America under your terms?
We would be in Africa, not comparing our existence to anything. We would be like, we'd be in Africa living how we live. But there would be no, damn, I wish I was over there with them white people and Indians. We would just be living how we live. Who the hell knows how we be living?
There would probably also be immigration. People coming over here, being successful.
We would probably went to
without
England.
any of that. Right.
Which is what they're doing now. England is dealing with Africans now. That's why there's racism in Ireland now.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't, because there was no blacks there. Now there's blacks there, and they're like, who are you motherfuckers? But they need blacks to come over and work. They're growing like that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's what our anger is. Our anger is we just free, and now we just live with you. Like, hey, how you doing?
We don't bother with you guys anymore. It's all about the Arabs.
Jews, they don't look. Jews have a way to not. Arabs are the new niggas. That's why I'm so happy that they're how they are right now.
Now we got somebody else.
Somebody else that a black person can know what it's like to be a racist.
White and black alike can just not stand somebody.
Can not
really
like Arabs
hate
together.
See, this might help us all out. Come on, let's hold hands.
Thank you, terrorists.
Hold hands. Kumbaya. Let's go. Come on.
Let's sing We Shall Overcome.
Thank you, terrorists, so much. Because I know how to be racist.
They united.
Now it's all about the... I saw your HBO special.
Dibble, dabble, dibble.
Yeah. Now it's all
dibble, 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 dibble.
It's all about them now, right?
That's for them doctors, man. The goddamn doctors. Ibble, dabble, fat. Ibble, dabble, pills. Just coming over here arrogant, because they come over and they become doctors, and they think that I ain't shit because I ain't a doctor. Yeah. You had the opportunity to be a double. Ibble double doctor, ibble double pills.
There are a lot of like Indian doctors.
Because they think you ain't shit when you come over here and you don't take advantage of what this country has to offer. Fuck you,
Asians,
you foreigners.
15 of them living in one room. They're working like 80 hours a day, and people respect that work ethic.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I work hard to be lazy.
I hate the fact that they're behind the cashiers. No personality whatsoever. I feel sorry for your mother.
What you say? What?
I love that scene, man. He keeps playing the tape for his friends.
What you say? I feel sorry for your mother.
For your mother.
You know what?
Go get the tape, bitch.
We didn't even get to Tyra Banks and her stuttering show. We love the Tyra Banks show.
Yeah.
It's very easy to goof on. We didn't get to the trading spouses broad, the psycho-religious woman. We might be able to play a couple clips of this, because part 2's tonight. Part 1 was last week.
Yeah.
This trading spouses show is amazing.
She's certifiably insane. I used to watch this show a lot, and it seemed like they kind of really tried to get extreme with it. They would take a wife from one family and put them in another household.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So she'd have to live as the wife and mother at a whole other house. And it started getting a little odd. Like they would put a black woman with a white family. So you'd be like, all right, that's kind of cool. Cultures colliding a little here. And then they put like this pacifist woman with a family that has somebody over in the war. And they'd put some animal rights activist with some guy, a family from Louisiana or something that had chopped off alligator heads in the backyards. So they were really trying to push things. And now they came up with this woman who's a religious nut, a Christian woman, and put her with a very open family as far as their religion goes and their beliefs and things.
Agnostics.
Yeah, they'd have no problem fucking with a Ouija board and things like that. And this woman is just so strictly Christian, she freaks out.
Yeah, let's get to the audio because we're running out of show.
They say that nobody's happy unless I am happy.
That's hitting the spots.
That I am what controls the whole house.
I am a queen.
It seems to be the consensus, so I guess I'll have to give in and say that that's true.
I need my back popped.
As long as she gets her way, she's happy. It's better if I just try to work with her and do the things that she wants.
Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it.
I love my husband. What I appreciate is how passive Barry is and how much He does. Abigail just dropped a glass on the front porch there. If you don't mind getting that, I'd appreciate it.
I'm kind of the handyman. I'm the pool boy. I'm the yard boy. Trash and stuff. That's pretty much for Dad to do.
All right.
So they're setting it up there.
Pretty,
so the psycho-religious woman, now she's talking to God in this clip.
Oh, Lord, thank you. I felt you last night. I can hear God. I'm constantly talking to God. Ooh, I forgot something, Lord. And He talks as much as I do. One more thing, Lord. Help me make some Cajun food that everyone will like. If you don't believe that God died on the cross and He's our Savior, Lord Jesus, thank you for gathering us all here today. That bothers me.
All right.
We're rushing through this. We'll have to wait for tomorrow.
I want her screamy clips.
I know.
She loses her mind.
The blows up on new spouse's radio show?
I don't know.
Let's try this one. I think this was the one.
Fan would know.
Was this the clip then?
Yeah, the last two. If we
I
have
want
time.
loony clips.
All right, here we go.
Well, she doesn't get fully loony till tonight.
Yeah, I know, but I've heard some
Tonight's
loony
part
clips.
2.
Yeah.
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church to go to. I need peace in my heart. I need it now. Bring me.
I didn't know what to do. She's a little bit far out of control. I'm a little bit confused by all that.
I'm not fence riding. I'm taking a stand here. I will not go to anything else. And I don't want psychology. I don't want anything to insanity. This is a test. This is a God test. I feel like I've just opened a window that I just really did not want to open. I feel like I need prayer. I feel so uneasy and I'm so alone. I feel under attack, a spiritual attack. I have to stand my ground.
Holy crap.
She is so fucked by religion. She is like addicted to religion. She has to get to a church.
This whole reaction is simply because the guy had a psychic on his radio show.
Oh, really?
She thought that was so ungodly that she had to freak out and leave.
I certainly don't think she's going to be trading houses with any of us, Opie.
No.
On this radio show.
So what's the thing where they have to deal with this lady?
They trade. Yeah, it all comes down to money. At the end, they give him like $50,000, and you got to. The woman that is put in the other household gets to decide how that money is spent amongst the household. So this crazy woman is probably going to be like, crosses, just buy 1,000 crosses.
That's what I'm saying. It's
put them all over.
Get out of here.
It's going to be a wacky reality show.
There's no benefit
twist.
to the money. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, then get out.
Creepy.
Part 2's tonight. We're only touching the surface on this one. The audio tonight should be really good. Yes, Nathaniel?
Yeah, and, well, there's no time, but there's great audio for just puking for no reason.
I know.
Puking
Say that for tomorrow.
For no reason.
Let's keep that over here.
All right.
Tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow. I know. We probably shouldn't even started that segment. Let's say hi to Rob on Long Island. Rob?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, I learned that Peter Griffin is still the reigning mayor in Boston. Punching out, guys.
All right, Jim in Connecticut. What did you learn on the show today, Jim?
I learned that Anthony saved the balls and leave the ass.
Shut up, you Godfather line.
Brian in Chicago.
Yeah, I learned today that Patrice is the new Darren Stevens.
That's right. Let's say hi to Ed in Tennessee. Ed?
Yeah, it's not so much what I learned. I think it's what Patrice owes you is a thank you for bringing his race to this country.
Cocksucker.
Yeah, if I had more time, I would make you thank me, Patrice.
Oh, you motherfucker.
That's right.
Thank white people.
All right, Ed.
I'll have a Jew in here tomorrow doing a speech for me, Jack.
All right, here's the deal. Vote for your year-end worst of your best bits from the Opie and Anthony Show. Since we came to XM Satellite Radio, we're getting a special together for the end of the year. Also, we're looking for your podcasts. That link is up on opieandanthony.com. And the Fat Chick Eating Contest. Details tomorrow, hopefully.
Opie and Anthony Show. Program complete. 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 Complete.